Some good porno music. I could fuck with this. It's good porno music. Don Juan, what it do? Real talk, what it do? Earlier today, Brian Gortax in the land of the rising sun racked up a highlight reel knockout that I think our buddy Unbiased Brim probably had to change his pants. It's a phenomena I think unique to certain boxing fans. They get too high too quick off of regular shit. They get open. I had another dude tell me that now Brian has leverage because he knocked out Jin Kawasaki. He got leverage now, y'all. Watch the last episode of the relay if you want to see what I'm talking about. Cervecero que lo que manín. Don Juan Santiago que lo que niño. Timothy Nation, that was a scary knockout. It was a beautiful knockout though. Off a massive counter left hook. It was really like something out of a video game, honestly. But that's what I was telling you guys about Jin. The gato hooks all crazy and all of that. All of this is exposed. Yeah, you gonna get caught, homie. You could fit a sofa in between them hooks. You know, whereas Brian, he's more tight. You know, keep them hands at home. He throw a hook, he's still okay. It ain't out here. Throw a hook, it's here, you know. He do what he does. Ronan, what it do? Just got in my car and it's alive. Life is good sometimes. You know? So Brian did what he was expected to do, you know? He did what he was expected to do. I think that Jin had enough power to hurt him. He just doesn't have the delivery system. And at the end of the day, you can have the power. If you can't land, it don't matter, you know? Brian did a good job of protecting himself. I'll give him that. But it's not a knockout you could shout from the rooftops about. I think he needs to, you know, ideally fight somebody a little bit more familiar. We already know what guys he not gonna get. I already said all their names, so we not gonna keep going through the same thing. We already know who he not gonna get. You know? I would propose a healthy diet of outliers because there's like almost two welterweight divisions. You got the dudes that everybody bring up all the time. They talk about them all the time. But then you got the other cats. So, you know, ideally, all right, Bing, you can't get Brian certain guys. You could try to get him Blair Cobbs, Rashidi Ellis, Emantis Stanionis, Radzav Butaev, if he's around, you know? And, you know, those are not huge names, but they are familiar faces. You've seen them before. And it's the activity that would help him out in the situation that he is in right now. It's the activity that would help him out. The problem with that is Top Rank going through this thing. They in between broadcasters right now. So can they even keep him active? Or do they just loan him out to promoters who can? Because if y'all not going to do no shows after August or in August, and we don't know when you're going to start doing shows again, you know, that leave Brian in limbo, you know? Jin Bukaki is a low-tier fighter, for real. Norman's probably not going to have a challenge at welter for another 5 years. The division is that weak. Salute. Yeah, I mean, that's not far-fetched, bro. Rich, what it do? You know, a todo. That Norman removed 6 weeks of memory. Yeah, I heard the motherfucker got amnesia now. He Jason Bourne now. What is Black Briar? I heard that motherfucker got short-term memory loss. Like he been smoking weed all day. He hit that motherfucker real hard. You know? But it's what I expected. Like, you know, what you gonna say? What you gonna say? Now he thinking he gonna land on a Devin Haney fight. Watch that shit not happen. Watch that bullshit not happen. I seen Bill Haney arguing with Showtime, the adult. Bill Haney was trying to say that Ryan gave that dude some money. and because of how mad Showtime got, I believe he got paid. I believe that. Because you're not gonna get bent out of shape over some shit like that. You feel me? What is there to get bent out of shape about? Did you accept kickbacks from Ryan Garcia? Because the shit is that Showtime was defending that dude. You know, when the ped shit was going on, he was defending that dude. And you gotta scratch your head like, why, dog? People get popped for being substances all the time with enough regularity that there's no need to defend Ryan. He's just another dude that got caught. But I remember when all that kicked off, Showtime was going hard to defend that dude. He was going hard. And it's a common sense question, like, why are you defending that dude? It's almost like he paid you. People get paid, dog. Don't get it twisted. Your boy been paid. I ain't gonna say I've been bought, but I got paid. People get paid. You know what I mean? I think personally, I think Bill was right. Showtime got a little bit of dough from Ryan to run some spin. You know what I mean? I definitely think he got paid. But you know now, Bill is gonna angle Devin away from Brian. Like that fight is not gonna happen. Like that's not gonna happen. And Brian gonna be mad. They probably gonna talk about Boots for the next 6 months, right? They probably gonna talk about him. Cause like what the fuck else you gonna talk about, dog? So they probably gonna talk about Boots and talk shit about Boots, like, oh, Boots left. You know what I mean? Devontae, what it do?
So, Jules, how you doing?
What you thought about that knockout, man?
It was a good knockout. I was put it for knockout of the year candidate. I actually picked Jin to win, so I got to eat crow. Brian showed a good performance today, but he still ducked Boots for one. And then, what are you gonna do now?
I mean, you know, the most that I could think of, the only solution, because I like to think about the negative and the positive. So the only solution that I would have if I'm his promoter, manager, or whatever, is a healthy diet of outliers. You know what I mean? Black Ops.
Yeah, I think he should go after. You got to bite the bullet. Go after Conor Ben. I know he got this thing with Eubank, but Eubank is kind of tied up with the BOC. So, you know, maybe take a pay cut. Try to get out to London and try to get that Conor Ben fight.
That's a winnable fight too.
That's what I'm saying.
The aggression of Conor Ben, like, you know, and I fuck with Conor. Like, I do fuck with Conor, but yeah, he could lose that fight. Realistically, he could lose that fight.
If he knocked Conor out where Eubank couldn't,
right?
You see what I'm saying? So
that's a statement. And Conor, like, I fuck with Conor, but he another one that he out here with the hook. He be out here with the hook. He be out here with the. It's like you got to tighten that shit up, bro.
And, you know this is another thing with these guys. Okay, 147 ain't about to be popping. This is the thing I got with the American fighters. They avoid divisions that's popping.
Oh yeah,
he can move to 154. Go to 154 it's deep. You can get Erickson Lubin. You know, maybe Erickson Lubin fight. You can meet Boots there. Maybe you get the Virgil fight. You see what I'm saying? If you really trying to put your name out there.
Yeah, but that's the thing that you could see by how they was moving, that it was never really the goal to you know, fight a Boots. And I don't think they want to fight a Virgil either. You know what I mean? I think that the real goal was to just wait for Boots to leave, because once he does, one thing we could say is a lot of them kids don't beat Brian Norman. The rest of a lot of the other guys, they don't beat that dude.
They know that though, but they know that they're not going to fight him. So, okay, this is going to be another boo-boo. Okay, you're going to be a belt holder who nobody's going to pay attention to.
Yes. You know, but in their mind, if you seen the interview on the Boxing Voice from 3 days ago where Bill and Brian Sr. was on there, you could tell that Brian Sr. was open off for talking to Bill. Like, you really believe Bill gonna put his son in there with your son, dog.
That's the thing though, but Brian Sr. is so stupid. The first question I would have asked is, okay, Bill, who gonna pay for the fight? Because you ain't got no promoter.
That's the shit. That's the first shit I said in the episode. I'm like, who gonna pay for the fight? The
HB? like you, Turkey don't want to use Devin. He already put the Tom and Jerry stuff out. I mean, that was obviously aimed at Devin. So
And William, though, and William, you
but
know.
William ain't gonna never be seen again. But we know why he put that out.
For real. William gonna take that money and he is gonna buy keys of cocaine in Florida and retire from boxing, bro. Like that's the best thing William could do. You know what I mean? Luis Puente said Norman is the new Boots, new bandwagon. Yeah, it's feeling that way. Look, he's a fun fighter. You know, we gotta be positive too. You know, he's a fun fighter. I love a mid-range to inside fighter. Love a counterpuncher. I love it, right? Because it's action that happens within the action. So
Yeah.
he could, you know, well, I ain't gonna say he could because I really don't think he can. It's about more than his style and his ability, because he could fight, because he's young, because he's strong. They not gonna fight him, dog. Like no,
And they're not gonna fight him, but it's up to him. Are you gonna sit there and not get fights or be in stupid fights? Or are you gonna move up to 154 where you could get fights, but you might get knocked out?
my dude, you could fucking forget about that. They not going to 54, bro.
Then then there's no excuse for why your career end up the way it will end up.
But and the other day in an episode of the Relay, I said that like, you know who else had a WBO title that nobody gave a fuck about? Demetrius Andrade. Yeah, like
yep, and everybody ignored his ass.
You want to end up like that guy? Like that's what I see. Because Roelly, look, are there names? Are there people that people know at 147? Yeah, but none of them gonna fight you. So you might as well not even be there. They're gonna ignore you, bro. If they were ready to ignore Boots, who was buzzing more than you, then yeah, they gonna ignore you, bro. So you go to 54, do your thing, but I don't expect them to do that. I expect now y'all gonna sit there. Y'all gonna do a whole heap of podcasts, right? Y'all gonna bring up Boots periodically, even though he left, so it ain't even no real reason to bring him up. But y'all gonna do that for the clout, for the gram, for the Vine, and meanwhile, y'all ain't gonna have nothing to do but more interviews.
You're gonna turn into David Benavidez. It's just like, okay, yeah, David, you didn't get the Canelo fight. Fair enough. Why don't you fight Better Beaver Bivol? The fight is right there. Same thing with Norman. Okay, you didn't get the Boots fight, but bro, move up.
Yeah. I said the shit about Benavidez. Yeah, it was either yesterday or the day before that. Yo, all these fucking people that you say you want to fight, you know what they all got in common? Turki Alalshikh. You want to fight Canelo. Canelo fucking with Turki. You want to fight Bivol, Better Beaver. They fucking with Turki. You just said you want to fight Ja Opataya. Ja fought 3-4 times on Turkey shows, my guy. So what the fuck are you doing, bro? What are
Do
you
y'all
doing?
see Ja's eyes? Do y'all see Ja Opataya's eyes? He don't want to fight that dude, bro. Don't nobody want to fight Ja Opataya.
Fight Ja Opataya. The motherfuckers don't even want to fucking park their car next to that guy. That dude is a fucking maniac, dog. Nobody want to fight that fucking dude, bro.
That just show you how crazy Meredith Bradis is to fight this dude twice, and he broke his jaw, bro.
You know what I'm saying? and the other shit is Bradis is a serious cat, man. Like he gave to me the most I have ever seen Alexander Usyk struggle in a fight was with Maris Bradis. More than the Joshua fight, more than a Fury fight. Like, yeah, Maris Bradis had him, he was giving him fits, you know? It's a crazy guy, man. Shout out to motherfucking Luis Puente. Norman need to do the Triple G. That's the same shit. That's what I was thinking, Luis. That when you can't get a huge name or a huge fight, the next best thing is to stay active. But the problem is your promoter is between broadcasters at the end of next month. So how you gonna do that? How you gonna stay active? You know? Shit is fucking Jin, by the way, I think Jin is like retarded or something. In the third round when he's doing all that dumbass shit, like, yo, you understand you getting fucked up, right? Don't you basically telling him to fuck you up more. I don't know what you think going on, but you getting fucked up. I did expect a little more from, like, I didn't think Jim was gonna win, but I'm like, damn, yo, this dude is like, this is night and day, dog. Like, you don't belong in the same ring with this guy, bro.
He got sent to another realm, man. That shit was bad.
Yo, he flat. That was honestly one of the more violent knockouts I've seen in recent memory. One of the more violent ones.
That was right up there with Ricky Hatton and Manny Pacquiao almost.
No, I think that was worse than that. I think it because Norman loaded up the shot. He came from way back here, man, and he fell flat on his shit, dog. The only other knockout that was as violent or more violent than that was Zhang and Wilder. Because remember, Zhang ran up on him like a fucking, he like, bang! You know, Wilder spinning the ring. He don't know what the fuck going on. It bang!
What did Richard Pryor say? Reach back from Georgia, gain momentum in Tennessee. You know,
it's crazy, dog. But yeah, you know, it was a good knockout. And the most I could think of is if you could do that, irrespective of who the opponent is, if you can do that to fighters on a consistent enough basis, Triple G effect. Yeah, we don't know who the fuck he's fighting, but he's knocking motherfuckers out. And, you know, that's worth something. The thing is, like I said, Top Rank has their issues, and we don't really know what's going to happen with that. It's too many rumors. A lot of them, you know, y'all seen what Rick Glacier said, that they trying to, like, make their own app? Like, bro.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But I don't know how much stock I could take into Rick now. I mean, I used to believe kind of most of the stuff he was saying, but he's really biased nowadays.
Yeah, he is. Like, the only reason he fucking picking Crawford, not that you can't pick Crawford to win, because you absolutely can, but I always got the sense the only reason you picking Crawford is because you want Oscar's dick. So Oscar hate Canelo, you hate Canelo. That's all I see, because you talk shit about everybody, bro. You talk shit about Matchroom, obviously. Top Rank all of a sudden, but you acting like Golden Boy doing it right. Like, oh yeah, they doing it big. Bro, all they fighters lost in Times Square. Motherfuckers don't say that shit enough that you know all they fighters lost. Jose lost, Arnold lost, motherfucking Ryan lost. Talk about that
silent.
shit.
He didn't say nothing
Jules,
about
look
that.
at the super chat, man.
Shout out to motherfucking Luis. He got hit so hard he moaned.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got orgasm sounds for days, dog. I love them shits, man. Who don't want to hear an orgasm? Come on, that shit is amazing, bro. You want to hear that
I don't
orgasm?
want to hear any orgasm that I'm not causing. Fuck out of here.
Nah, you don't want to hear that shit, man. Shit is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like ASMAR, bro. It's like, ooh, orgasm. And I'm, you know, I got some new sounds, some louder ones, so things are gonna get real good next couple of weeks.
Your bounty's going through the fucking roof.
Hey, you can't get me. Who don't like an orgasm sound, bro? Come on. But yeah, like you know, now shit is gonna get whack. Like if you thought shit was bad at welterweight before, just you wait. Roelly about to wait for Manny and Barrios. Motherfucking who else? Who else got a belt? Roelly about to be upgraded to WB. Yo, that's great. That's
He's about to be a two.
Big Rolo!
yes, Big Rolo about to be a 2-weight world champion out here, bro. Boxing is ridiculous, dog. It's wow.
Hey, what's that Beatles song? Act Naturally? The biggest fool ever hit the big time. All I gotta
That's
do
crazy,
is act
yo.
naturally.
No, Norman. But
That's
Norman
Roelly.
did himself. Norman did himself absolutely no fucking favors today because he knocked Jin the fuck out. Nobody gonna want to fight him now. Like,
Nobody, yeah,
that
that was my first reaction. Like, yeah, you think his star is rising? Ain't nobody gonna fight this motherfucker now. Nobody. Like, nah, they don't need them problems, bro.
Hey, Jules, Luis Puente says, yo, I had to show my 16-year-old daughter. It was a boxing video. He says, the asshole.
Yo, I downloaded some new ones today, bro. Yo, I can't wait to use them. And I try to put them in spots where you don't really know that it's going to happen. Because I'm really trying to catch people at work. I'm trying to catch people when they around their wife or their girlfriend. Oh! You know what I'm saying? You in the car, wife, kids all in. Ah! You know what I'm saying?
fucking menace.
You know, that's how the Crawford thing was. Like you pop up Crawford, and you talking about a girl's fighting Crawford, just picture just pop up out of nowhere.
That shit happened to me. I walked into Goodwill and I was thrifting and I was listening to Coach Malachi. And you know, sometimes on his show he'll say the N-word, right? Well, right as I walk in front of this older black dude, this show's playing and it says the N-word out loud, and I'm like, oh fuck, you know what I mean?
You better get your headphones out, man.
Yeah,
you know?
man, because I was like, I mean, luckily he didn't say nothing to me, but I was like crapping myself because I'm going, oh shit. And I was
And what I'm thinking about doing now is like, I don't know if I want to do it because it'd be kind of fucked up. if I could turn the orgasm, because I can turn the orgasm decibels higher than the audio of the regular relay. I could do that, and I want it to be like if you want to train and you hearing it, that you can.
Just do it. Just do it, you piece of shit. In for a penny.
I'm probably gonna do it. Domo said, "Motherfucking videos be like Crawford." Yo, I might combine them shits. I might combine them shit. Lolani tete. You know what I'm saying?
Crawford's been causing a couple orgasms apparently, so you know, fits.
Shit, he know more like he had a couple that he shouldn't have had, and some bitch he broke up with the cute fat joint, man. That's sad. Cute fat joint, she cute, man. His BM is cute. I always thought she was cute, but I guess you fuck the same broad too much, and you know, I mean, like I can't. It's hard not to sympathize. Like, yo, he been fucking that joint a lot. You could tell he got a lot of kids. He fuck her a lot. Need some new pussy, man. It's hard, you know.
No, apparently it is hard.
Well, he just shouldn't have nutted in that bitch. Is the main thing. Like, yeah, you could fuck the bitch, but don't fucking have a kid by the bitch. Now you're 37, dog. You understand that? You on a hook from 37. The next 18 years, you got another one there. You on the hook, bro.
No, she's got 3 holes, and you chose the one bad one. Like, bro,
I got bets. Like, who think? I think it's a white bitch. Something tell me he fucked a white bitch. Might be an Australian bitch.
I got $20. It's an Asian.
You think it's an Asian bitch?
Yeah, I think it's Asian.
Yeah.
Country, what is your gut? What does your gut tell you? The fuck, country?
You know, I gotta agree. It might be an Asian broad, really.
Jason, what do you think?
I think it's a half and half white, half black.
Devontae, what do you think?
Oh, she definitely white. That's why you ain't seen her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, why we ain't seen this bitch yet? Like, I want to see.
He was with a black woman full of kids, and you ain't heard nothing about it, or like, bro, she definitely white.
Luis Puente says it's a transgender.
Nah, we ain't gonna do Bud like that. We ain't gonna do
just
like
because it's June doesn't mean we have to do that shit. Come on now.
Yeah, it's also Men's Mental Health Month, motherfuckers. That's what we gotta celebrate. It's Men's Mental Health.
Gay.
Seto says Jules' wife about the she probably gonna hit me. You know, but she laying down, so she probably ain't gonna attack me till I go over there. So I can talk some shit.
When we see your shoe coming from the right side of the screen, flying at your head, man, we know what's up.
No, I mean, he been fucking, you know, because he been fucking that bro. She's a cute broad. She's a cute fat broad, his BM. You know, she cute. And you could tell, like, yeah, he fuck her a lot. So he been fucking her for a long time. And, you know, he getting this money. Bitches is hearing about him. Like, Crawford, look at my titties. That's how it happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. That's the part where I'm like, yeah, like, you got these bitches showing you their titties and all of that. They want to suck your dick. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here, bro. You know? So,
bro, that comes with the lifestyle. I just watched the Spence Crawford fight over again. Bro, can you imagine the amount of women that was coming up to the dude after he did that?
Yeah, you know, can you beat my ass like, can you do to my pussy what you did to Spence? Shout out to Pork Chop. Thoughts on the picture of turkey dinner. Look, a lot of people, like I noticed the attitudes towards turkey. Ho ass Michael keep calling it a fucking gimmick fight. And I'm like, bro, you just don't like nothing. I see what Turkey doing, bro. These is gladiators. Canelo don't hate Crawford. Crawford don't hate Canelo. But we about to get money together, you feel me? And that's a healthy environment. No bullshit. We all fight, we get money. I win, you lose, I win, whatever. You know, they sat down, they had dinner. But fucking Michael ho ass, it's a gimmick fight. Yo, look, bro, do you get excited about anything, dog?
Bro, he was happy about Devin Haney. You give damn dollar.
You forget.
Yo, this motherfucker pussy expanded like that over Haney versus Prograis. Like, yo, y'all remember that night that he was out of pocket? Big Dev Dollar. Yo, I told y'all, yo, Big Dev Dollar. Like, yo, relax, bro. It's reached Prograis.
But Michael's young. He don't get, like, when Hagler and Hearns fought, they didn't have no bad blood. It took them going on a 23-city tour, seeing each other every day to have bad blood.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did have bad blood. Like they nah, motherfucker.
But it was after like 14 days in a row with this motherfucker. Like, okay, I'm tired of your shit.
So they're gonna have a press conference on Friday for that. Friday it's gonna be in Saudi, I think it is, and then on Sunday it's gonna be in New York. For those that are in the tri-state area, if you want to catch those guys, I don't know, man. Like I'm just looking forward to something big happening, right? And I'm looking forward to the undercard of that, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna hook it up. We're gonna get some good fights on there, but I just don't like how polarizing it's become. Yeah, this is not war, dog. Like I see a lot of the Mexican cats, they saying negative shit. I see a lot of the black dudes, they saying that, like, relax, dog. That they fighting. You know what I mean? Let them
This ain't
dudes
an
fight.
episode. This ain't Blood In, Blood Out or La Onda.
Yeah, like relax, yo.
No,
I got, like I said, it's a dude on the channel, right? I always ban this dude just because I know it bothers him. He always saying bad shit about Crawford, and he always come up with these long ass names. That's how I know it's the same guy. And I just keep muting that motherfucker. Like, bro, what's wrong with you, dog? You don't got nothing better to do in your life than make new email accounts to comment on my shit.
Oh, no,
You understand how fucking weird that is, bro?
But they do that to Coach Malachi all the time, man. They keep remaking accounts and coming back and being trolls.
Yeah, but that's some fucking obsessive. Like, yo, dog, go watch some porn. I don't know. Like, the fuck wrong with you, dog? Like you don't got nothing better to do?
No,
I
just
think
go start.
I think we need to start talking about the possibility of Crawford winning that fight just because of how uncomfortable it makes people.
I mean,
Motherfuckers would be in a nightmare if Crawford win that fight. You got to be real. I said it.
Well,
before.
is it Errol Spence crash out?
I mean, like, I figure, you know what they gonna say? They gonna say Crawford on Peds. That's what they gonna say, because of the fucking snack shit.
That's not exactly.
Yeah, if that shit happens.
Bro, I don't care about none of that. I got Canelo winning, but if Crawford win that fight, bro, this is a generational great. He already a generational great. Bro,
Yeah,
you gotta celebrate this dude.
The shit is that how the fuck, and I'm a Canelo fan. You understand that? I'm a fan of them both. But it's some real homo shit going on that men cannot handle the idea of Crawford winning. It's like, yo, dog, because they already started on my channel. That's why I said that. I already see dudes bringing up the Victor Conti and the snack, and I'm like, Brody, Canelo really popped already. Fuck is wrong with you?
The whole Reynoso fucking camp popped.
Like, are you fucking nuts, dog? Just accept that they're all on Peds, so it's even Stevens. That's how I look at. Like, yeah, Crawford is probably on Peds. He probably is, but Canelo is too. So who fucking cares, bro? Who cares?
I know Liza will have the biggest fucking crash out though, and I look forward to that.
Yo, Liza, listen, Liza might leave Earth off the, like, she might sit on the fucking moon. Yo, she's been bugging. Like, I ain't want to say it, but like, Liza, you gotta calm the fuck down, dog.
Yeah,
like,
she a little psycho about that shit.
Will her crash out be bigger than Lefty and the Desert Peoples?
You didn't see that she crashed out. What was the shit that made her crash out that she made that video? Never say Canelo's name, you fucking shit.
I forget, but like, will her crash out?
Your fucking mouth.
Will her crash out be bigger than Lefty's?
Nah, nothing's gonna be bigger than, like, Lefty. Lefty was so mad that he brought Bob Arum into the shit that had nothing to do with Crawford versus Spence. Remember, that's why he crashed out. Crawford versus.
I think that's the.
Bob was not involved in that fight. What's the matter with you?
July 29th is probably the best day on boxing Twitter ever.
And the thing is, he killed. Like, he had, what was the name of his shit? Chicken Talk. I think.
No, you bought it. Remember, you copied his talk thing. How you spelled it?
Yeah, because I stole it. Because I'm white, I'll be stealing shit. Bro.
I remember they did a whole month of chicken talks of how you copied him.
Right? Because us white people, we don't got no culture. We be stealing shit. But he was doing okay up until that crash out, dog. Like, honestly, you killed your whole
momentum.
With
he pulled a Teofimo.
Yeah, like, because he was actually doing okay. He was doing okay until he, like,
he had Jake Donovan doing the show with him on the weekend. He was getting momentum. He had Steven Espinosa showing up to the suite, taking pictures with
For
the
real,
weasel.
You know what I'm saying? You can see the bald spot. He got the sweater on. It's all love. You fucked that up,
Where
bro.
is Espinosa at?
On Indeed.com looking for a job.
He's fucking, all he tweets now is Trump shit.
I mean, like, bro, does he have a choice, dog? He don't got nothing to do. Like he's a perfect example of, like, yo, dog, you had a job to do and you didn't do it. And if at minimum you would have did it, but they still failed, you still would have had a job because it wouldn't have been your fault. a lot of what happened on Showtime is your fault because you didn't keep your ducks in order. You was acting like you worked for Al Heyman when you worked for Showtime.
Man, can you believe
What about
trying to
being
save
brought
his
over
dog?
in the motherfucking downsizing?
Shout out to Pork Chop. Every move Turkey makes is critique. Yeah, and at this point, it's just unbridled hate because there's not a real reason. Yo, who fucking mic is that?
Who's you think?
Yep.
It's not a real reason to dislike the dude. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's not a real reason to what the fuck does he want to do besides make fights? This is why you dislike him? And then I realized it the other day, like all the thoughts came together that
who's in the
He's backing
warehouse?
up.
Who the fuck doing Forklift Ray?
¿Quién está trabajando?
right? You did Dubois versus AJ. You did Dubois versus AJ at Wembley. Crawford versus Madrimov in LA.
Oh my god.
Crawford versus Madrimov in LA. You did the Times Square show. Like, why the fuck motherfuckers acting like all his shows is in Saudi? No, they not. Y'all motherfuckers just don't. I know what y'all don't want y'all bitch ass fighter to get beat. That's the only real reason. Like, why would somebody not like this guy, but they like watching boxing? How you make that make sense? You don't want your bitch ass fighter to get beat. That's what it is. And that's why you don't like him. The Benavidez fans not gonna like him, right? The Davis fans not gonna like him, right? A lot of motherfuckers, the bitch ass Teofimo fans probably not gonna like him because you don't want your bitch ass fighter to get beat. That's what the real shit is.
Hey, Jules,
He's turned these anti. Go ahead, country.
Are they really discussing Josh Kelly versus Bakram on the undercard of Canelo Bud? Is that really true, or is that real?
Yeah, that's real. But that's not a news story. Josh Kelly called him out right after his fight 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well, I'm just asking because I didn't hear about it. But go ahead, Drew.
Then where did you just hear that?
Huh?
Where did you just hear that?
I heard about it in the chat, but I didn't hear about it otherwise.
Why don't you stop fucking lying, bro?
You could tell because he paused like, what do you mean? Where did I hear from?
Man, interrupting the conversation to talk about fucking Josh Kelly.
Fucking Pork Chop said when Ice Cube said today was a good day, he was talking about July 20. Yo, that was honestly, bro.
That whole week though, Jules, with Inoue Fulton.
Top sports moments of my life is the 96 Yankees World Series win, cooking the Patriots at the show 2 times, you know, the Giants, and Spence versus Crawford, bro. That and to a lesser extent Maypac, because I talked a lot of shit, and y'all, you know, I like talking a lot of shit, and I like being right. So I told motherfuckers for 5 years, look, man, he's a good fighter, but
no, not you, Jules. We never would have thought that.
But you were worse on the Facebook page. You've calmed down to old age.
Yeah, I calm. Yeah, because I'm fucking old. You know what I'm saying? I'm old, and what you learn about when you get old is I don't gotta say a bunch of shit. I just gotta wait for you to be wrong. The silence is gonna kill you. Me talking shit to you is not as bad as me just waiting, and then I'll be right. You know what I mean?
Your attitude was much harder on the Facebook page, and I remember one of your favorite phrases was "take that L" when you were right. You would win.
Yeah,
take that L.
I'll give this to the shut up. I'll give this to the Facebook page. The people on Facebook wasn't pussy like the people on YouTube. The people on YouTube, they'll talk shit in the comments, but they won't join the panel. They won't, like, or they'll filibuster when they do. Like, do I make you nervous that you can't shut the fuck up? Fuck wrong with you, you know? Whereas the people on Facebook, I would say that there was a period in Ring IQ Facebook where you could sit there and have a whole debate in real time in front of 49,000 people. That shit was lit for a bit.
Yep.
I got tired of that shit. I'm like, nah, if I get money, fuck that shit.
Now there should be a top 10 Ring IQ crash outs where you bring people on the panel and they just sounded so dumb. Like, there's plenty of moments you got with fucking dudes joining the panel and fucking making fools of themselves.
I think the top 10 crash out that I have ever caused is 2 of them. It's one where I asked the dude, yo, y'all boys Spence versus, what was it? Spence versus, and the dude bitch got mad in the background. It don't matter if we seen the fight. You see, you know what I'm saying? That was one, and the other one was where the dude pulled over to the shoulder.
He was in the work truck. He was in the work truck.
Dude literally pulled over to the shoulder. Like, yo, do you understand how this look, bro? You understand? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's the same guy that was telling you to take down the video afterwards because you embarrassed him so bad.
No, it wasn't that guy. This was years before that on Ring IQ Facebook. You don't remember? It was a dude. He had like the camera right here. And he's on the highway. He was driving.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And he pulled. And you understand how mad you gotta be in your day to day? How mad I have made you to pull over the shoulder? Yo, do you understand, bro?
That is some Jake. That's how I know. That's Jake Paul Capricorn level of trolling.
That's exact. But I don't do that now because look, motherfuckers is getting shot now. Motherfuckers is getting shot. Y'all heard about that shit in Vegas? Motherfucker got shot, and his wife, bro.
But it's Jules. He's filming the shit, shooting. Like it's even worse.
It's more that, and I notice because I can see the people there's something wrong with them. You can't see them because you don't have the vision quest. I can see the people there's something wrong with your brain, that you take this internet shit too seriously and you will go to extremes, and I had to blow your fucking head off, shit like that, right? You gotta understand that little Spanish motherfucker that did that. I'm like, yo, they should cut. He looked
like the people you used to watch in the mental hospital.
More than that, it's that I understand that, yo, it's dudes like, yo, close the fucking door. Fucking door. It's dudes like that walking around. They're like, you not right in the head, homeboy. You got your chain, your bitch. Why would you sacrifice all that to pop a motherfucker over YouTube, bro?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's stupid, man.
You got a car, because I seen clips of the dude look like he getting a little bit of money. He had chains and all that, the watch, shades and shit. He got the sports car. It's a bitch. And why would you sacrifice all that to pop a motherfucker over YouTube, dog? That's crazy. You gotta watch these motherfuckers, Drew. Now, take that TRT. Pork Chop said, "What's the story behind the live you took down?" Oh, nothing. I took down lives because when they demonetized Coach Malachi, it made me nervous. So anything that I felt was inappropriate, anything that I thought might be a little bit too offensive, I took it down because I didn't understand why they would do that. His show is pretty PG, like, yeah, people curse and say things, but it's pretty PG.
But you know what it was? He had trolls that were fucking with him, so people would do that on purpose. Like they would call up and fucking call in on, or they would call in on him and report him on purpose. And they kept doing it. That's how that happened.
Well, that's fucked up though, because I seen the shit, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure he got it back, right? He did get it back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's monetized.
Thank God, because it's like, that's fucked up, dog. They fucked up his paper. So I was like, you know what? Just to cover all the bases, I'm gonna take down anything that is offensive, anything that is a little bit where I'm put, because y'all know I like to push the envelope.
As much as wild and crazy shit and offensive shit we've said on this fucking channel, bro.
But it's it's general shit though. You see what I mean? It's a lot of the shit is just general shit. So I try to keep it on that wavelength because I'm like, that's some fucked up shit, dog. Fucked up shit.
That's why we say clag it.
Clag it, yo. Now I'm gonna go take a piss. Be right back after these commercial messages.
All right.
Who's on? Oh, Jason's on here. What do you want?
No, I just to ask who saw the. God damn it! Who saw the Sasaki?
Who saw the Moulignon versus the rice patty?
Yes, that one. Who saw Tanaka?
I did.
I saw the highlights of it, man. Oh my god, he got fucking blasted.
It was Sasaki was tough till he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. But I mean that left hook, just the way he set it up, and it was very so nice. And he just.
It was expected, but it was not. He did what he's supposed to do: beat a guy you're very overmatched against.
Yeah, but not like.
And he did it in a timely. No, he was supposed to do that in a timely fashion. Like Steve Kim picked it in 5. I know a couple guys that picked it within 6. So that was expected by a lot of guys.
Dude, flatline though, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Like, I know some people were picking Sasaki just to troll Brim, but I'm like, man, you trolling fate, man. You trolling fate. Got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I thought Jason would have laughed at my joke describing Norman and Sasaki. Guess he's not racist.
No, I was trying to talk about the other fight that happened between Tanaka and Kabata, where those two for 4 rounds just beat the fuck out of each other.
Oh, fuck! I didn't see that one yet.
I hardly
who's
recommend
fighting
y'all.
Who's fighting this weekend?
Let's see.
Wilder, huh?
Is Wilder fighting this weekend?
Or is that next weekend?
I think it's
I
next
think
weekend.
next weekend. I think next weekend is Jake Paul, right?
Yeah, this week we got Yafai and Rodriguez Jr. Oh my god, we have a Yafai fight. Fuck.
Oh, Yafai and Bam?
Yeah.
Oh, Bam.
Bam's gonna fuck. No, not Bam. Not Bam.
No. That little fucking midget don't want no part of 118 with Junto there. And I love Bam.
Him and Junto would be a good ass fight, though.
But don't you notice every time Junto's in his division, he suddenly leaves it?
I haven't really noticed it that much.
Well, he was at 112. He goes up. Junto goes up to 115. I'm going back down to 112. I guarantee you, the minute Junto leaves to 122, Bam will be at 118.
All right, well, we got some fights tomorrow. Bruce versus McHale. That's going to be on Triller. We got the WBC Boxing Grand Prix the first day. That's on.
We got you versus a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
Nice try, Drew. Kamukov versus Stevens on Friday. That's on DAZN at 6. And yep, like Jason said, Saturday is Yafai Rodriguez. Oh, and then the WBC Grand Prix 2 second day is on Saturday at 11 on DAZN.
So the first day is tomorrow.
And we got Melnicki and Gardzalik, or however you pronounce that.
Top rank card. Oh, is that
That's ESPN.
It's a plus,
then,
probably.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's what we got for the weekend.
Junto should be worried about Bam. He got Inouye problems. You better hope Inouye don't get hurt in that MJ fight.
Man, Inouye's gonna dog MJ. He's absolutely gonna dog him. Like,
I think so too. Well, for Junto's sake, he better hope Inouye have a tough fight, because if he don't, he gonna walk through Junto when he get to 22.
Or God till May for that fight.
I can't wait for that fight. That's the one I'm looking forward to.
That's why I'm saving my money, because I got to be there.
Who's Nick Ball fighting coming up? I know he's going to be fighting somebody.
That Sam Goodman guy that Inouye's supposed to fight.
That's right. The one that was supposed to fight Inouye.
Fucking Goodman.
I can't believe I was ever excited for a Goodman Inoue fight, because I thought,
that fucking bitch Goodman, he's taking less money to fight Ball because he was scared of fucking fighting Inoue.
I'm not sure he isn't scared of Ball either. Apparently, financially, he needs this fight. So,
yeah. Talk about pick your poison. Him, Ball or Inouye, you either get thrown around or you get fucked up the other way. You know,
you get fucking punched in the fucking dick all night.
Drew, can you imagine being such an absolute bitch that you go up to Inoue and go, fight me or give up the belt, and then the very next time they try to schedule a fight with you, I gotta fight this other dude first.
Or no, how many times did he pulled out twice? Remember, he got cut in camp.
Three times.
Yeah, 3 times. Yep.
He's fucking Australian, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but usually they don't act like that.
Mm-hmm. Fucking only Australian worth a damn is Jaya Pataya. And he's New Zealand.
There you go. I was gonna say, like, you can't trust these
really
Australians, man. You can't trust. Hang on, country. You can't trust Australians, man. These are the people who lost a war to a fucking emu. You can't.
Well, I can't trust them because they let their president cuck them during the big pandemic.
Hey, do you guys think that Jai and Zerto is going to happen though?
No,
not at all. Not the money got to be crazy.
I think Zerto gonna fight either Jake or Benavidez, but I think he's gonna fight Jake. Go ahead, Drew.
I think Zerto will fight him. It's Oscar.
But if you're a fighter, you gotta tell your no, I'm trying to unify.
I mean, more people need to.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think just some fighters don't give a fuck. Just like whoever, I just it's a job to me. I don't care. Just whoever promoter puts in, signs a check, and that's why the managers be getting on the side of the promoter and be working against the fighter.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I seen this T-shirt I wanted to buy, man, but I'm too fucking old. It's because it's retarded what the shit say. And I want to wear it to the gym. The shit say, "Don't bully me or I'll come."
What the fuck?
Buy it, you pussy. You won't.
I
No balls.
want to, but I'm like, yeah, I'll probably get thrown out the fucking gym wearing this shit, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Joey Sloan will pull up on you.
Honestly,
Julius, you can't do that. Do better.
honestly, Jim
Funny
Rose will
thing
probably
is,
find
he's
that
coming
funny
to my
too.
gym a couple times. He's a nice guy.
Oh, Joey Swole?
Yeah, he's coming to my gym a couple
No,
times.
he's a good. No, he seems like a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Why your voice got like that when you mentioned him, bro?
Like what?
Whoa.
Why
I'm
you
drinking my water.
Bro, why you sounding all smooth and shit now? Like,
Wait, drinking water makes you sound like that?
I'm getting ready to code switch when this broad calls me. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, I accept that answer. All right.
Just as long as that's the answer.
You gotta practice. You know, you gotta lower the.
I'll accept that answer. I'll accept it. I didn't like that, Drew. I didn't like that. He's a good guy. Joey Swole. So swole. You know what I'm saying? Now we know. We know about the Top Rank situation, right? And we see that Rick Glacier has made a lot of critiques, a lot of commentary on that. And I guess I want to start with Devontae on this. To what extent is their current predicament their fault? Do you view their current situation as being something that they could have avoided?
No, because I mean, what could you do? The fights you tried to make, you got blackballed. The guys you're trying to promote, okay, you got Teofimo who just beat Loma. Okay, he taking time off and acting stupid. Now you got Keyshawn, he acting stupid. Crawford can't get the Spence fight. Xander, you can't. I don't know why they can't push Xander for whatever reason. No, I don't blame them. It's just America sucks. American boxing sucks. Period. Point blank.
Yep.
Drew, country, same question, but then because people are using this as an equivalency argument for the PBC, you know what I mean? And we all critical of the PBC. Where does this situation differ from the PBC situation on Fox and Showtime?
You go first, country. I'll go after you.
Wow. Well, that's a tough one because it seems so similar. I mean, it seems very similar. I don't know how different it is. I mean, I'm not backing out, but it just
okay. No, he country pussied out. Drew,
okay,
you got some balls. Country pussied out.
So if we go with the premise that through the history of the contract was $700 million, take away Top Rank's operating overhead for the staff at 40% of that. Did I get more than $400 million worth of quality boxing content over that 8-year span, Jules?
Yeah, I would say you did. At a low price, I would say too.
Wait, as a consumer, yes. If you're ESPN,
that's what I mean. That Top Rank was responsible. I would say that they were responsible with the budget that they were given. They didn't inundate the market with pay-per-views. They didn't gouge the consumers. They weren't overspending off. Like you could argue that the system was always flawed. They're like, damn, y'all really paying Shakur $3 million to have motherfuckers out here born, right? But that's not on them.
That's not their fault. It's not their fault that the system was fucked up. It's Todd Dubuff miscommunicating with ESPN, saying, "Yeah, we could do something similar to UFC with the amount of pay-per-views they give you," because that was money at ESPN. That's where I think they failed. They overpromised and underdelivered to ESPN with the pay-per-view side of like, okay, it might not be a pay-per-view every month, but we need that revenue like UFC, so give us one every 2 months at moderately priced and give us more money.
Yeah, but with what bodies though, dog? Like we're talking
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I agree, but ESPN fell for the 42 fake. Todd Dubuff swindled them.
Don, do you agree with that? Do you think that Top Rank is in any way responsible for their current predicament, or was this inevitable? True.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. Very spot. I would ask Jules like a blame pie and divide the like top rank 30% of the blame and
I ask this, right? Because, I want to see what other people think. And I'm of the mindset that Devontae has that I'm like, what the fuck was they going to do? Every big fight they tried to make, there was a problem. Every bit that was beyond them. Crawford versus Spence would have been huge. But they froze Crawford out. What the fuck was Top Rank going to do about that? What's they going to do?
Well,
I think the sign of the times was, real quick, Jules, country, is when they overpaid for Fury Wilder 2, and that was just indicative of the crap that the American boxing scene was. Because it was a great fucking card. It did 800,000 buys, and all the fucking parties involved still fucking lost money.
Yeah, because they overspent. They spent way too much on that fight. And, we've been all through that. But I wanted to take it to the panel because when I think about the situation, I'm like, well, what could they have done differently? What? Because I can't think of anything. I can't.
Let me tell you this, and this is just a small example and an observation. When I went to the fight card in Stockton that time, and it was Top Rank, ESPN, one thing they could have done a little better job of presentation, because when I was there, we were there watching the fights, a fight would happen, and then not even freaking 5 minutes later, the next boxer's already coming out to the ring, and it was like they were rushing through it just to get it over with and get everybody out of there.
Maybe they were.
No, but then it's also like you said, Joe. Some of it's not their fault. They can't rush the main event. It's ESPN telling them to take it that late. Sometimes.
Yeah, the duration of a show is not even their decision. That's really their higher ups. That's ESPN telling them to do that. But when I think about the product and I'm saying, okay, I could point out where I think PBC fucked up. I could point that out very easy, right? A lot of different things I could point out. Whereas with Top Rank, I'm like, I don't really see what y'all could have did differently. What could y'all have done differently? What fight did y'all not make that y'all should have made? Who did you not sign? What situation did you mishandle? And I can't come up with anything. They froze Crawford out. Just like Devontae said, they froze Crawford out. Teofimo's a fucking bozo. Shakur is fucking boring, right? It's like what the fuck was they gonna do?
Zerto couldn't make fucking
Drew,
weight.
calm down now. You gotta let Devontae fucking talk now. Shut the fuck up. Good.
When was the last time we got two homegrown Americans where we got a Conor Ben Eubank fight? Lee Wood versus who was a Irish guy he fought that he knocked out the ring?
Fucking
Conlon.
Bro, when the last time we had a fight? Did you see the atmosphere and everything to those fights? You can't have those fights at home.
And that's a bigger problem. That's a bigger problem that is bigger than just Top Rank. That's indicative of the market that we're in, that you can't get American fighters to fucking do nothing. I guess I don't even really feel this way, but I guess Haney versus Garcia. Right?
Yes.
That wasn't
Tank versus Garcia.
That wasn't Eubank.
Right?
That wasn't Eubank. They was going at it. That was a one-sided beatdown. I'm talking about where
you mean a fight that delivered?
Yeah, like two homegrown American fighters where they just duking it out and you talking about it. We don't have that from either side because the fighters won't fight each other. Keyshawn don't want to fight Tio.
And they always get exposed. The only one that kind of qualifies, but not really because it was too lopsided, was Crawford and Spence. But that wasn't Ben versus Eubank. I know what you mean. It wasn't a brawl. That was just one guy getting his ass beat. That was it. And that was 2 years ago?
But you know what?
I think
that at least was a rival. That's something that Eubank and Ben or juniors was a great rival. They had that animosity. We don't have that. Our fighters get into Twitter battles and then they never fight.
And the guys that don't like each other, they don't fight. Remember when Keyshawn said, "Yeah, I don't want to fight Teofimo because he a racist." I'm like, huh? You should fight him because he a racist. And Tio, you don't want to fight Devin because you fucking scared. I don't want to hear the excuses. You're fucking scared. America's ridiculous, bro. I say say it all the time that the boxers are a reflection of their people. So if the boxing is mediocre and ridiculous, it's because the people are mediocre and ridiculous. Because it is stupid. You got a lot of young guys that should fight, And none of them are fight. Like none of them are fighting. None of them. You know.
Why are you talking shit about Michael? They're a reflection of the people.
Here come Michael gonna jump up here, have nothing to say, go to sleep, and then complain.
I think,
I'm trying to think of something Top Rank did, but I'm coming up blank because, like, let's take a minor example. They got Roelly Ramirez, who beat Shakur in the amateurs. The whole thing was, oh, they're going to do that, and they're going to fight with Shakur, and they're going to use that to help build up Shakur. He loses in his first fucking fight.
Yeah. Then he gets annihilated by Rafael a couple of fights later, you know?
I mean, I think there is nothing that Top Rank wouldn't done better. I think it was more like an ESPN thing, because if you peep, they also cut off in all the sports. I think it was more like an ESPN thing, man.
Eso es lo que yo dije. Eso es lo que yo dije, pero I didn't want to be in an echo chamber per se, because when I thought about it, I'm like, los problemas que tiene Top Rank son los problemas que tiene ESPN, y los problemas que ellos tienen, it's more to do with people moving away from cable. That's really what the nature of the problem is, that they're not getting cable packages like they used to, so ESPN is not getting that extra revenue from that, so their budget is weaker, everything is weaker, they're losing sports rights left and right. Like, that's really what ESPN's problem is. And that's not really what happened at Fox with PBC. That's not really what happened at Showtime with PBC. They you know, like with that, it was very obvious what's happening. Underperforming content. That's what's going on. That's what it was. Whereas when I look at Top Rank, I'm like, I don't really see what you could have did differently to avoid the predicament that you're in. I don't see it.
And PBC had the bodies. They didn't make Charlo versus Hurd. You didn't make Spence versus Thurman. You had the bodies to make great fights at the divisions that needed to happen. You didn't send Wilder over to AJ. Like, bro, they messed up on themselves. Whereas Top Rank didn't have the bodies.
And that's kind of what I mean. If you look at it from fights that could have got made, you can immediately point out that, well, one thing PBC never did is y'all never made Gary Russell versus Leo Santa Cruz. You never made Thurman versus Spence. You never made Wilder versus Martin. There's a lot of fights you didn't make. You
don't have to go that far. They never made Subriel versus
oh shit, Michael popped up.
Versus Whale, when that could have been a unification. Now they're fighting and it's not a unification. Or Benavidez versus Plant when it was a unification. Now they fought and it wasn't a unification.
I believe that the most obvious asterisk, the most obvious indictment, when I point out, well, where did the PBC fuck up? Where did they fuck up that is different from Top Rank's situation? The most obvious is you did too many pay-per-views. You did them because you're fucking greedy. That's what you thought. You thought people are going to just buy this garbage, and they're not. But that's one of the more obvious examples of how, where is this situation different? Where PBC did a lot of pay-per-views, Top Rank did barely any, you know? They kept a lot of shit off pay-per-view, and that's another reason I look at their situation, and I'm like, yeah, I can't really blame them for what's going on now. Like, I don't really see where they fucked up at. It's just that shit is fucked up. Can't really blame them.
I can blame them for staying with ESPN because ESPN has shown they've never really cared about boxing. It's just like a plus. They don't give a fuck about it, though.
You called it, Jules. Well. You fucking called it.
Nah. You know why you can't say that, Michael? Because they entered an 8-year non-compete deal. So by the time that Top Rank realizes these guys don't care about us the way they care about Dana, you're already in the deal, bro. You can't get out.
Didn't they renew?
And who's Michael? Who is going to give them $700 million over 8 years?
That's the other thing. They were getting the budget they was getting. Nobody would have turned down $90 million annually to do shit. Nobody was going to turn that down.
Oh wait,
bro.
Didn't they just renew last year? Did that not happen?
No, they didn't renew last year. The deal is up this year, bro.
2 years or some shit like that. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Anyways, go to fucking DAZN. That's where you should go, man.
I mean, that's where I think they should go. I don't even understand. And I read an article the other day that said that they don't want to go to DAZN. They do not.
Problems for no reason. I don't get it.
Y'all bugging. Like, y'all need to go over there and stop fucking playing. Like, if that's what they come to.
I can kind of get it. I can kind of get not wanting to go to DAZN. Like, I can put myself in their mindset. There's already so many people over there. Matchrooms over there, Golden Boys over there. Like, there's too many slices of the pie.
There's not a show every weekend.
That's true. That's true. There's one DAZN show this weekend, Jason, right?
Right.
That would have been this weekend is an ideal example of you could have had that Matchroom Galalia Fight show in the afternoon as a lead into the Top Rank show on Saturday night. It would have been perfect.
But you're missing the one elephant in the room is that's a time that another Top Rank show could have been happening. Remember how they're always conflicting their shows? How we're always like, oh my God, we have a DAZN show here, we have a Top Rank show here, we got a PB show here, all at the same time on the same day. They can't get out of that mindset. They can't. So,
well, now you kind of have to, because what you were doing before was all based on the availability of fight dates at ESPN, whereas now you may be losing them. And you know, Bob, that's the second question I have for you guys. How much faith do you guys have that Top Rank will land on their feet?
If Bob were 10 years younger, maybe, but he's nope.
You know, honestly, if Keyshawn was actually non some bullshit, they could rely on him, but because he sold 10,000 in his hometown. But now he's on his weird shit. I don't know what's gonna happen with him. But I just don't know. Because who's their star right now? Teofimo?
No.
Teofimo's not even with them.
He's not technically. He's not like they getting paid off of him if he fight, but he not really with them. You know, he not.
The Top Rank only has prospects right now. They have the best prospects, but those guys are not ready to be headlining for pay-per-views or like to really grab that attention right now.
They're not.
Although to be fair, how much more ready does Xander Zayas need to get? Like, holy shit.
No,
Pork Chop said it's better for us if Top Rank goes to DAZN. I agree with all of that. Like, to me, that seems the natural. Nobody's prioritizing pugilism right now more than DAZN.
It's pettiness. It's pettiness, Jules, because he said he didn't want to be in the app. That's what it is. That's what Bob is. He's stuck in his ways.
Well, he need to change that shit. Now, the rumor is that they may go to Warner Brothers and Discovery, which that's it. Yeah, honestly, if I'm just thinking about the move, never mind me and whether or not it's convenient for me, but if I'm thinking about the move, well, no, that's not a bad move. If you have Warner Brothers and they got money. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad move. And you know, if they got other broadcast partners with Warner Brothers and Discovery, that's not a bad move, but it's still fragmented is what I don't like. You know what I mean? Like you still doing this thing where I gotta go over here to watch them and I gotta go over here to watch them. And that shit, nobody is prioritizing boxing more right now than DAZN. So just fucking go over there.
You know, it might be a situation because that they're doing a deal with PBC. It might be because of that.
A lot of people complain about DAZN, but I gotta say I like DAZN, and I think we've gotten our money's worth in the last year or two, man, big time.
Well, now the complaint is that too much of DAZN's content is pay-per-view. That's what I see people saying now, which, you know, to an extent it's true, but the reason I don't complain is because, well, a lot of those pay-per-views is not even $80, you know? If they was, then I would say, yeah, y'all bugging out. But a lot of that shit don't even be $80.
I mean, DAZN kind of did it to themselves with their whole no more pay-per-view thing. It's like, bro, you know you're going to go to pay-per-view because you need to make money somehow. Yeah. But even still, it's like...
I will say, like, the fights that we were getting for free, like, not for free, but, like, with their DAZN subscription, like, maybe 2 years, a year ago. No, I would say 2 years, 3 years. Like, those were fucking, like... pieces of fights, man. The fights that we were getting, we took them for granted because now everything, it seems like it's on pay-per-view for it.
I do agree. Like I remember Ramirez Hooker. That was a good fight, and it was just a fight. It was just a regular fight. It wasn't Golovkin Derevyanchenko. That was a good fight. Canelo Jacobs.
Canelo Saunders. That wasn't pay-per-view.
Like, yeah, that wasn't a. You're right. That wasn't a pay. Like we was getting some shits, man.
AJ Usyk won. That was a good ass fight.
Yeah.
AJ Povetkin. Like that was the first fight.
Usyk Bellew, Usyk Chisora.
It was like a million, bro. It was like
we were getting some shits, man.
Yeah, we took them for granted, bro.
The Bam fucking Rat King. What else?
Oh yeah, Bam and Rat. I mean, all of Bam shits is good money. Like, I just wish he would. My main thing with Bam is I really wish he fought 3 times a year. It feels like I gotta wait forever for a Bam fight.
He's fighting all the way in July. I'm like, when's the last time you fought? You fought in like November, right?
I think so. It feel like it take a minute for him to fucking fight.
They don't have nobody to fight, bro. They don't want to fight him.
No, well, I ain't gonna say that. Ioka's still out there. You know, Fernando is still
No,
out
he
there.
just fucking
But
likes hanging out
Yoko-
with his wife, bro.
She
Is he
probably
getting
has
her
a.
pregnant? Is she
I mean,
pregnant?
she probably has a big pussy. Come on now, Drew. She big pussy. But he got 3 guys he could fight now. You know, well, he got 2 guys he could fight. Fernando still got his BA, and Calixto is WB is the what belt Calixto got? IBF, I think it is. Yeah, Calixto got the IBF, so he got 2
Kafu
guys
has
he
the
could fight.
IBF, bro.
Who?
Pretty sure. Kafu
Who?
has the IBF.
No, Kafu has the BO.
Oh, I'm like,
Kafu has the BO. It's a new champion. Most people didn't notice that about 2 weeks ago. Calixto and what's his face fought finally for the IBF. So it's 2 other champions that Bam could fight. That I'm like, yo, dog, can you fight 3 times a year, please?
yo, where's Puma at? What happened to Puma?
Puma fought Ioka for the 2nd time and won. Now he chilling.
shit.
Well, one.
You know, so quote unquote, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they robbed Kazuko, right?
Did you just say Kazuko, Tony Zuko?
No,
Stuto?
Hey, Tony Zuko, what the fuck?
Bro, I get all those Japanese names wrong. I be forgetting.
Hey,
man.
Tony Zuko over here.
Look at Tony Zuko over here. This fucking guy.
Japan
Fuck
loves fucking
that.
with Ioka. Japan loves fucking with Ioka, man. Remember when they tried to tell him that he took drugs? It was like, no, I didn't. You guys fucked that up.
They had
It's
that
like the one
motherfucker
time the B sample came back clean.
had that motherfucker walking around with a big ass band-aid on his, I think it was on his back, because he has a tattoo. Big ass flesh tone band-aid. It was either on his back or his arm, because they don't want motherfuckers out there having tattoos and shit. You know what I mean? They don't fuck with a Ioka out there, man. I've been saying, I think it's some Yakuza shit. Either he's with the Yakuza or he's not with the Yakuza. And that's why they keep fucking with him, because they really don't like him out there, bro. Fuck y'all gonna rob him?
Yo, what'd you make of Norman? What'd you make of Norman this morning?
It was good, man. Like, it was... Well, you know what's sad about Norman? All criticism over Boots aside, all the same bullshit that we always talk about aside, he has the potential to be a star, but because the American fighter is such a pussy, he's another fighter who will not get the chance. He won't. They're cowards, bro. They're gonna run from him, dog. They're not gonna fight him. Now, you imagine a world where he gets the Roelly, he gets the Ryan, he gets the guys, and because he can beat them all. He can, but he won't get the chance. He won't.
I think the Boost fights is next, bro. I believe it. I think Boost was
The
just
only
doing that
one.
shit to make sure that he gets the fight. He's
You're the
giving
only one that
Norman
believes
a
that,
timeline,
Michael.
but I think it's gonna happen next.
Shout out
use
to M.A.
visual
Bustamante.
thinking,
Saludos Ring. I think Top Rank was over marinating fights well on HBO. Like Juanma and Gamboa, yeah, we could say that. Could have been good. Also, they lost pay-per-view while on ESPN, so big fights didn't materialize. I think they'll be fine, though. I would say that, remember, it was Bob's intention, and he was right. Bob said it ages ago. He said it in 2018. I'm going to keep as many fights off pay-per-view as possible. That was deliberate because according to Bob, which he was right, people don't buy pay-per-views as much as they used to. So you put a fight on pay-per-view, good fucking luck, you know? And what fights was they get? The only fight that they could have done as pay-per-view that probably would have sold something was Lopez and Loma, but COVID, bro. COVID fucked all that up, bro. And Inoue versus Casemiro, they was going to do that. COVID fucked that up, bro. That's what I mean. When I look at their situation, I'm like, nah, I just see that shit was fucked up, is what I see. Like, yeah, a lot of shit was fucked up. It really ain't even y'all fault. The fuck was y'all gonna do about COVID? You know? But yeah, man, like the sad, like I said, back to the shit. The sad thing about Norman is if you take away all the Boots, regular bullshit, all that bullshit, if you look at him, he's a fun fighter to watch. He's young. He carries well. He comes off well on the camera, right? You can like that guy. He's a good guy. Unbiased is ready to risk it all for him. About to spread that asshole for him, right? Right?
Yo.
He's a good guy.
One live where we don't descend into the gay shit.
Right. But he's a good guy. And he could be a star, though. Like, nah, this kid could be a star. But he's just the things he needs, he's another fighter who won't get them. What we said about Crawford, we could say about Bryan. Now, you know that Crawford probably would have been undisputed by 2019 if they didn't freeze him out. And he would have been done moved up to junior middle already if they wouldn't have froze him out. His resume might have been even better than it already is. But, you know, Americans like getting behind the wrong shit, man.
Hey, man, that's what you get for ducking Boots, man. You could have made a name for yourself if you beat Boots. Which he
Do you think he
could
would
have,
have beat
maybe.
him? Do you think he could have beat him?
No, but
I think so.
He
Jose,
had the
you
best
think
chance of doing it.
Jose, you think he would have beat him?
I think so. Boots, God bless him. He's talented, but he's not as good as people think he is. He's not as fast as he is. You think he's? I think he's just big, man.
Yeah.
Him and Hitchens, they have a lot in common when you see them fighting, which is they don't really have like a style. They're just big.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really follow like any boxing rules like at all. Like they just take advantage that they're bigger than their opponent. And
Lo que yo veo de Boots. Boots is a boxer puncher. If you had to put a style on him, he is a boxer puncher. Pero de verdad, Jose, I don't think he's that good. I don't. You get hit a lot, bro. Like
Man.
more than
about Boots.
Ahí es que yo voy, man. Like the dude does never move his head off the line.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He always fights on the right side of the line, and he can. If you throw a left hook, bro, by accident you can hit him. Like the dude.
Chukadzian was hitting him with it in the second fight.
Listen, you guys.
The left hook at a jab, and you got this dude, man.
Es que él hace cosa bonita, ¿verdad? And I see why, like, people who don't get the X's and O's fuck with him. El movimiento y cosa bonita. And it's like, nah, like, the dude is really not.
A mí me gusta verlo, Jules. I know shitting
No,
on
he's
the dude.
fun.
Yeah.
No, pero si tiene 50 peleas.
Bro,
Yo no tengo, mi amigo.
Dude, that's true.
It's true. Don, this guy, how old is Boots? 27?
Yeah, 28, 27.
26,
27,
something like that.
Let's stop fucking around. He's got 30.
25.
25. 30 fights. I'm going to say this. I'm not a boxer. You guys box. I'm not a boxer. I don't think he can get better at this point.
Nope.
I agree with that.
Who can't get better? I'm sorry, I'm late to the party.
Boots.
Not
if
he's developmentally stunted. Like he has arrested development at this point.
I don't think I disagree with you. I think Boots could definitely get better. Come on now.
Bro, you're just a contrarian.
No, I'm not being just a contrarian. Boots is not completely set in stone on his skill set. Like he can improve.
My dude. We're not talking about winning a fucking lottery. We're talking about things that are plausible for a fighter that's 27 years old based on watching boxing. You know, just based on watching it. Like, dudes don't really change that much after that. They don't really change, especially if you got like 50 fights like Boots. Like, bro.
How old is Zerto?
And hold on.
Zerto's not a good example. Yo, look. Wait. Let me go to Zerto. Zerto is not a good example because that doesn't normally happen, bro. That doesn't normally happen. A guy changes that much. That doesn't usually happen, bro.
I mean,
You're right.
The thing
It
is,
doesn't usually happen. You're right.
The nuance around Sordo is that he doesn't have to stress himself to boil down to like 168 or 175, and he can focus more on speed boxing because he admitted himself he's not making weight anymore. He's just boxing.
We gotta look at also this angle that's very obvious. Okay, Boots has been fighting the same caliber fighter that hasn't changed much. He's been fighting guys that are lesser quality, and he's still getting hit a lot, and has failed to adjust and has failed to grow.
Every fight.
What are you gonna do when you fight somebody that's a lot more skilled than the guys you're fighting?
Every fight, Don. Avanesian to Chukadzian. Stanionis didn't get to do a whole lot, you know. Like I don't remember him getting hit with dumb shit with Stanionis, but I remember Avanesian. He's getting hit with dumb shit. Both Chukadzian fights, he's getting hit with dumb shit. And there's one more. It's one. It's
Villa
like
hit him with some bombs, man. Villa hit him with some bombs, man.
I bet you we see the past 5 fights before Imanta Stanionis, and we're gonna see him get hit with dumb shit by guys that are not.
And here's the thing,
good
though. No, Estañones hit him with a couple of good left hooks. The
Yeah, I
thing
was
is about Estañones is that one, he was off for like what 3 years, and then the only fight.
He fought once in 3 years. Yeah.
No.
Boots is 25, 27, 30 years old.
No, but at the end,
Go ahead, Jose.
y para ponerle mayonesa al sándwich, el tipo que él peleó also was like the fight that Avenesian fought. He also was like a 3-year layoff as well. So like it was like 2 roasted guys, and then you.
Te voy a decir la verdad. I'm not. Y'all know that I was never on the bandwagon. I was never on the bandwagon ever. But the feeling I'm getting is this motherfucker might get found out not far away at 154. Yeah.
Jules, genuine question, and because I legit don't know the answer. Who on Boots' record is by far and away better than Jin Sasaki? Like light and day better than him?
No. Stanionis would have beat Jin Sasaki, bro. Come on, don't do that. Avenesian would have beat Jin Sasaki. It would have been a war, but it would have been a war. Like it wouldn't have been what you saw today. But if you put the Avenesian that he fought with the Jin Sasaki that Brian fought, yeah, Avenesian wins that fight, bro. He wins that fight. Chukadzian wins that fight.
No, but I think a better thing that you should look is like, as like somebody mentioned earlier, he has like borderline 50 fights. Not really, but he has like 30 something fights. But the thing is, when you see him fighting like lately, which he's having fighting like decent competition lately on, we don't want to shit on the guy. I'm just pointing out things. Is that he's still making the same mistakes?
Yeah.
And you can tell. Hold on, and you can tell just like Ryan Garcia and some other guys, and Tank Davis, that they're already used to fighting a same amount of competition.
Manín, yo voy a decir que el tipo, para mí ese tipo, I don't want to call him a hype job, but I am like this, like, bro, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. You got wild fights to be making them mistakes. You got wild fights to be getting hit like that, bro. You got wild fights.
Es que él está acostumbrado a pelear gente chiquita.
Mira Bam. Bam no es perfecto, but he doesn't really get hit con estupideces and bullshit. Like, now Bam don't get hit with bullshit. Now, like, yeah, Gallo knocked him down, but that's fucking Gallo, bro.
Yeah.
That's a Hall of Famer, yo.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a whole different category right there. And if we're gonna talk about guys not improving and not growing in the sport, I like you, Jules. I'm about this close to lumping them in with the Haneys and as far as growth is concerned, because they're not showing us a lot more. And this guy's especially, he hasn't even fought a higher caliber of guys. There's maybe one guy, that's it, that was on a big layoff. I don't know.
Let me do this. I'm gonna be honest. Brim, don't unfasten your belt or your zipper, okay? Okay? Don't fucking do that. Brian got better. Honest to God, seen 4 Brian Norman fights, 4 or 5.
Oh,
The catch and shoot.
So
it was good. It was good.
Yeah, everybody gets a little bit better when you win the belt.
So it ain't
not even.
Ain't nothing to get hyped about. That's facts.
Well,
I think the coming up fight for Norman. The 2 coming up fight for Norman's was obviously the Santillán, but before that he had a fight against somebody called Howard. And Boca Chica. And Boca Chica too. So he actually, I forgot about Boca Chica. So he actually have even his resume looks better than fucking Boots now. And he's like, what, 23?
Lo que yo estoy diciendo es que it's not like, because Brian is young. I'm not on the bandwagon, by the way, but I'm saying that it is more likely that a 24-year-old fighter who doesn't have a million fights, it is more likely that he will improve over time than, say, where Boots is. I think Boots is older and he has more fights. And it's like, yeah, by now you're setting your ways. By now you're used to doing what you do, and it's not likely to change. Whereas because Brian is a bit younger, yeah, he still is clay You know what I mean? And I'm like, so you gonna go to 54? Guys are bigger up there. You still get hit with bullshit. And I'm just thinking, like, somebody gonna hit your ass up there, man. They are gonna hit your ass. They're gonna get you. I think they're gonna get him. That's what I
Lo que
think.
pasa es ahora que él no puede correr that the Virgil Ortiz fight. He can run for that shit anymore.
¿Tú sabes lo que es? The Virgil Ortiz fight, and this is gonna sound weird, is probably the safest fight that he can have. Because it'll be against... Because it'll be against a guy who moved up like him.
That's what I was going to say. A guy that
whereas if it's Madrimov, we know that movement bothers you. It bothers you a lot. And that's movement with
he's gonna
power.
Get hit by those jerky shots, those herky-jerky shots.
And Bakram, I'm like, I'm not saying he don't win, but I will say I don't trust you, Boots. I don't trust you against Bakram. I don't know what happens if you fight that dude.
With Boots is his style. It's like he does too much bag work or something, because he fights you like he's hitting a punching bag. Like he doesn't fight. He doesn't move his head off the line. Like he tries to do like 7-punch combinations and shit like that. Like,
or is it Michael? Or is it that he's used to a certain level of opponent and he's used to a certain kind of cat that he don't got to worry about? Ooh, Chris Van Heerden, bro. Chris Van Heerden, Thomas Dulorme, Sergey Lipinets, Roman Villa.
Damn, mi vecino. I mean, come on.
He fought Chris Van Heerden?
Yes, it was a no contest.
Nasty word.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Okay. Do you think if Boots doesn't fight a champion or a top contender at 154, will it be shunned upon by the masses, or will he get a pass?
I don't. No. I mean, like, I was gonna do that in the next. I'll probably still talk about it tomorrow, but I'm glad you brought that up, Brim. He's under pressure because you turned down Teofimo, whether it's your fault or not or whatever. The Norman fight is off, right? It's not going to happen. So, yeah, you're under pressure to deliver something, bro. You've been eating applesauce for a couple of fucking fights now, bro. The best name on your resume is Stanny fucking Onus, bro. Okay? And they're heralding you as Sugar Ray Crawford, Robinson Leonard, right? Like, no, dude, dog.
That's insane, man.
That's fucking nuts, bro.
When you won that fight, it was the commentators were like sniffing the Boots cocaine. It was fucking. It was. Just
it's nauseating, and
it's just
what
sucks,
really bothers me is, there's fighters out there that are more proven than Boots. Like I'm going to Japan with my shit. Shiro Taraji. That dude is accomplished. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about his boxing, but that dude is accomplished. Kazuto is accomplished. Kosei came and went. He been a champion at 3 weights. Y'all sucking Boots' dick for being a champion in 1. It's the shit I'm talking about. That it's like you're like,
email champion, may I add?
También.
Yeah, that's even worse, dude. That's even worse.
No, you know what's crazy? Like the fight that he actually and that fight was supposed to be made, but the problem, these two lost the fight. It's not Boots' fault, but he never mentioned the fight again, which was the Rashidi Ellis fight.
Oh yeah, but we could say, look. Let me read these 2 super chats. His dad is holding him back. I agree. That's what needs to change is the corner. Domo said, and didn't adjust in the second Karen Chukadzian fight. I would argue that he did worse in the second Karen Chukadzian fight. Rashidi Ellis would have gave him problems because we know what he struggles with. Movement. That's what he struggles with. Karen fight gave that away. Like, yeah, if a guy can move and shake and bake and pivot and all the cute shit, L-step, all the cute shit, yeah, you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems. Would Rashidi have won? That's a different question. Do you guys think he would have won?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the power would have. I don't know.
That's the one thing Boots has. The size and the power just helps him a lot.
Yeah, just because at 147, let's say they fought at 147. I mean, he's boiling down. He's a big guy. He's a big guy for that weight. It's just he's had the advantage.
What does your gut tell you about the Murtaza fight? What does your gut tell you?
So if he fights back rub, he's gonna get met with something, and it's not gonna go well. and it's gonna go through the guard.
Yeah, because he gets hit. This is what I'm saying. They're like, yo,
He
dog,
gets
you
hit.
get hit. If these little dudes is touching you with they low ass, because they're little compared to guys like Back Rub. They're little compared to guys like
Dude,
Sergey.
Back Rub's back is fucking huge.
And
Did you call him back rub?
It's Back Rub. That's
Back
the
rub.
Russian translation. Back Rum in Russian is back rub in English.
Why
It's
is
back
everybody
rub.
told on the guy that doesn't fight?
He's
But
so
no.
stupid. Back rub versus Ollie.
This is real shit, bro.
Why are we
But
all
Jules, that's
sold
the thing,
on,
though.
on a guy that doesn't fight though? I don't know. I don't get it. He doesn't fight.
Yeah, it's
Tim beat you,
Madrimov
and Tim
first.
has been back 2 times, 3
This
times.
shit
But
is Michael.
Madrimov can't be the stepping stone here.
And
Like,
there's people to fight in
Michael,
154.
I hear you, Michael. But the real shit is, I'm just gonna ask you, who the fuck? Well, I can name you one person that want to fight that motherfucker. That's the one that's probably is gonna fight that motherfucker, right? Josh Kelly.
He said Bagram says he's on he's fighting on the August card.
Against Josh Kelly, bro.
You think so?
I know.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
saying that from the time that he beat Tim, you gotta be real. Sebastian wasn't trying to fight fucking Backrum, bro.
Facts.
hell no, dude. Hell
You
no.
know that, like, you think he was trying to fight him? Now, Virgil, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Virgil, because I know that somewhere in there's a fucking injury or something, right? Like, something happened, right? But I didn't see nobody in no hurry to fight this inbred motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. Who at 54 was in a hurry to fight Backrub? Did you see Timmy asking for a rematch?
Hell no, dude. That's not gonna happen.
Hey, Jules, do you think it might have been better for Boots to move up sooner then to try to get the backroom fight? Because I think it would have been better for him to fight backroom with a little bit of time in between his fights than letting him get a fight with Josh Kelly and then try to fight him when he just got to fight under his belt.
No,
You know,
I mean,
'cause
look, maybe it's a blessing, Brim, because and I'm not playing, I'm not saying it for shock value. I legitimately don't know if Boots can beat him. I need to see Boots fight somebody at 54. People not gonna be happy, Brim, is what I'm saying. But maybe for Boots, it's a necessary evil.
No, because the thing is, we just don't know how to judge this man, because at 147 he can just bully them. Maybe when he's up against someone his own size, maybe then he starts breaking out the sweet boxy shit.
Or maybe then he can't fucking bully them and gets fucking exposed.
I like a good litmus test, but he's not at 54 no more. Would have been Boashuk.
Yeah.
What you mean he's not at 54 anymore? What the fuck you talking
He's going
about?
up to 60. I thought that last fight was at 60. He didn't make 54.
Yeah, he did. You right. He missed weight. You right.
Yeah, he went up to 60. He did.
I ain't mad at that. 60 needs a guy. I ain't mad at that at all.
60 is a fucking asswipe division. I think Brian Armour got better. I think he's going to be better at 54.
But he got some time before he go to 54. He probably got another 3 years before he can.
Fuck welterweight, bro. Welterweight's a fucking dumpster fire. No, but there's no stars that come out of
y'all
welterweight.
like that fight? I mean, like, he coming off of 2 L's, pork chop. It's a good acid test, though. But he coming off of 2 L's. Virgil L and Crawford L. Y'all like that fight, Madrimov Boots?
And the Virgil loss was kind of a
he got hit a lot.
Yeah, it was a gnarly.
He took a beating in Virgil. He took a beating. Virgil impressed me.
And at the same time, as good as Virgil looked in spots in that fight, I don't think he's long for this division.
Me neither. I never did. I
just don't think he's gonna make this division happen.
Let me give you a fight. I'll give you a fight. It's not a great fight, but it's a fight against a guy he been around, and he's a tough fuck. Got hit like a gajillion times by Boachuk. Give me Boots, Brian Mendoza.
That'd be a good fight.
Me that.
I think that's better asset. I think that's a better asset.
Because he been in there with people. He been in there with Timmy. He been in there with Sergey. Yeah, he's tough. In other words, this guy is not gonna crumble just because you hit him hard. This guy not gonna crumble.
Yeah.
And if he does crumble because you hit him, well, then we know something about you.
Yeah. There you go.
That would be a really good fight.
I don't think Mendoza moves the needle though for the masses though for Boots moving up to 154 though. Even though I think it's a solid fight for acid test.
The point is, if he's going to get a fight going his next fight before he takes on a bigger fight, that would be a good one right there. That would be a good test.
I like that. Boots and Conwell is a good, but stylistically, Boots has the edge. Stylistically, Boots has the edge, and in terms of the tail of the tape, Boots is going to look like a bigger guy than Charles Conwell. Charles Conwell is not a big guy. He's stocky, burly, junior middle, but he's not a big guy. That's a good fight. I don't know. I don't really know if Charles Conwell would want that shit, but that's not a bad shout.
Hey, question.
Brand-
I think it's kind of a pointless question, but I wanted to ask y'all this. If it's not happening, obviously, but what do y'all see the odds though if Norman and Boots had happened to fight? What would y'all put your odds at right now?
I would still look if Boots tomorrow says, guess what, Brian? I was bullshitting and I'm staying at 154 to beat your ass. Okay, my thoughts on that fight. The reality of that fight is that it is a 50-50 fight. What makes it a 50-50 fight is Brian has real stopping power. He does. But I would still lean towards Boots because you offer a style that he normally looks good against. You're very aggressive. Most of the time, you're very aggressive because he's taller and longer than you are. He's going to move. He's going to make you come to him. And in doing that, he's going to set you up. Now, the more time passes, and I'm not saying it to be nice to Brim, it's just reality. You look good today. You didn't get hit with no dumb shit. That kid was swinging for the fences. He was going crazy in that shit. Brian didn't get hit with no dumb shit. Kept them hands at home. That's good. That's good. That's the fuck you need. You know?
He was very disciplined. Very disciplined.
Over time, because he's young, I believe he can improve. Whereas Boots, I'm at a point with Boots where I'm like, yeah, I think you set, man. I think you are today who you will be tomorrow. As far as X's and O's, like, yeah, I don't really think you're gonna get better. You're just gonna keep doing what you do.
I mean, that's a fair assumption. I do think Boots
work.
I do think Boots can improve, but it is a fair assumption to say that he might be set, but I think he can still improve.
Fights,
but
bro, the dude got 30 fights, bro. A dude don't really change like that after that many fights, bro.
Like I said, Jules, I can't slander your opinion. I just think he got.
Let me say that. Do you think he could do what Zerto does? Brent?
No. I'll be back after these commercial messages.
Style up like that.
I have something to say, but I'm gonna wait to Julius is back.
Okay.
All right. Actually, I wanted to ask you guys a quick question. I saw this in the chat. I think it was Tim who said this. What do y'all think about Norman trying to base himself out of Japan? I think that's a good idea in theory, but like, who else is going to fight out there? Because Jin is kind of a one-on-one, a welterweight who's making noise.
Yeah, if you're looking for welterweights, I don't think Japan is the best option.
It's America, bro. It's America. You go find your welterweights to spar and all that shit. Who do you have to spar in America?
Who's the idiot in the chat that said that? No one's gonna go out there to fight him for short money.
What the fuck? Respectfully, with all due respect, that's a dumbass statement.
I mean,
I can't really be too overly braggadocious with the Norman fight because that is what I expected. I picked a 4th round KO. I mean, I didn't expect it to be so dramatic of a knockout, because it literally is the knockout of the year for me right now. But it's not something that I'm going to do backflips and go crazy. Even though Jules was teasing me, talking about nervous, I'm like, bro, I already know what's going to happen in this fight. But yeah, he's definitely showing improvement.
You were nervous. You were nervous like shit.
No, I wasn't nervous at all.
No, I'm playing.
If it was Boots, I'd be a little nervous, but nah.
Nah, I can't lie. I got Boots outboxing this shit.
Nah, definitely wasn't nervous. Yeah. I knew that. Was the thing is that this always got me is Boots has never really been in the fire where somebody that can punch. So I feel like if he gets hit with a really good shot and affects him some, he doesn't have anything in the toolbox to be able to deal with that. He's not experienced it. So I think if Norman catches him and hurts him, he's going to knock him the fuck out because Boots doesn't have that experience in those tools in the tool belt to deal with a situation like that.
He hasn't come back from adversity in a fight yet.
The closest thing he got to adversity is carrying and making him look bad for a few rounds. He's never had any true adversity where he gets caught with a shot or the fight is in the balance. He just has not had that adversity.
You're talking about are you edging Norman over Boots? That I put.
Wait, say that again.
Are you edging Brian Norman over Boots?
The reason why I got Norman beating Boots, the reason I got Norman beating Boots is because I think if Boots hits Norman with one of his best shots, Norman will have the chin to hold it, and he's been through the fire. I think if Norman catches Boots with a shot, I don't think Boots has anything in his toolbox through his experiences to be able to overcome it and deal with it. Now, he could obviously show us otherwise, but we have nothing to go off of, and I believe because of that, if Norman catches Boots, he's gonna knock him. I'm knocking him out.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I don't really know about that. The only thing I know is Brian got offered $1.7 million to fight Boots, and he didn't want to fight. That's what I know.
And they was willing to take the 1.7 if they fought it if they fought.
Again,
No, I'm just gonna say they was going to take the 1.7 if they fought at a neutral location like Stan Leonis did, but they didn't have enough time to be able to make the fight because of all the circumstances. But it is what it is. And also, no matter what, even if the fight was made, the IBF belt wouldn't have been in play, and Norman would end up having to pull out the fight because his surgery took longer to heal. So it didn't matter regardless.
Yeah, but you know what though? Brian Norman Jr. is in the same boat. It's not like he, ended up coming back from adversity that much either. I mean, he's been knocked down.
Are you kidding me?
But I mean,
you say he hasn't came from adversity? You got to think about it. He has been in other people's backyards as the underdog. He's fought with a broken hand in a fight where he gets knocked down. He has went through a lot of adversity that Boots has not went through. He's went through adversity that gives you tested metal that you just don't gain from sparring in easier matches.
I mean, Country, he got knocked down. Like, that's more adversity than Boots.
He did get knocked down twice.
Come on now.
All right.
But you're banking, but Bim, you're really banking on Norman landing.
Boots has not fought somebody as an underdog on their home in their backyard.
With the top, Brian Norman just punched in your face.
Who's? No, I'm not gonna ask.
We see him beat Norman, and Boots don't have the tools to. I believe the Boots does.
Unbiased, you cut out for like a solid 30 seconds there.
I did.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sorry. It's probably because of where I'm at, because my reception at work sucks. So I was just saying that I don't have a preconceived notion or delusional that Boots can't beat Norman. He doesn't have the skill set. His natural skill set has the ability to beat Boots. I think it's the underlying dynamics. I think it's the underlying dynamics, the reason why I think Norman ends up beating Boots. Now, if Boots had let's say Stanley Onis put up a little bit better fight, he went through some adversity, there would have been some tested metal that would have been added to him that would make a difference to me. But because he hasn't had that, I just think that in a firefight with Norman, if he gets hurt, where does Boots have experience of he can draw on to be able to deal with that type of adversity?
This is the annoying thing about Boots, because we haven't seen there was someone who can test him, so he's just a bunch of questions.
I know people don't want to give him credit for it, but I'm telling you, that Karen Tukatian that showed up in the second fight gives everybody at welterweight trouble. Like Boots,
Karen is not a bad fighter at all. Karen's a good fighter, but he don't got enough pop to knock out the top welterweight.
Just because he's just not known, but if you really look at that fight, what Karen was doing in that fight, slipping, bobbing and weaving, the pendulum step, coming inside with combinations and stepping back out, like he was doing good work there. But I don't know why people are not giving him credit for that shit. But
look, I'm gonna be. I'm not trying really to be pedantic or anything like that, but he fought Sanionis and he tried to fry Brian Norman. Take whatever you want. So that didn't work. Now he's moving up. So when people said, okay, Boots hasn't fought this and hasn't fought that, he did try. He wasn't going to get Mario Barrios. He got Sanionis. That's it.
What's going on?
Who's coming with the fucked up mic?
Fucked up mic.
Julius, that started when you came back. Just saying.
You.
What happened with my mic?
Gone.
Drop. Left.
Leo,
To the beat of the
There
rhythm of
goes
the
with the
night,
fucked up
we
mic.
can
There
leave it
goes
all
Julius with the
behind.
fucked up mic.
No, to answer your question, Brim, your original question, if the fight were next, I would still go with Boots, acknowledging that it's a 50-50 fight. But I would still lean towards Boots because of the power and because of the styles that, in all likelihood, remember Brian's arms are shorter than Boots's. You know, he needs to be close. A lot of what he does well is within close quarters, whereas Boots, he can fight mid range or long range. He's taller, longer guy, so he'll move around, he'll set him up, and he'll catch him with some shit. But that is with the acknowledging that, yeah, Brian hits hard. He does hit hard, you know.
And you know what, Jules? I'm sorry, I was going to say this real quick.
Go
ahead, Brim, then Leo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say the same thing real quick that I said to everybody else when you was going, Jules. On the premise of stylistically, Boots has the style to beat Norman. But the thing that I've been hanging my hat on is that Boots doesn't have anything to draw on to be able to deal with adversity. And I think if he hits Norman with one of his best shots, Norman has the chin to hold it. But that question has not been answered on Boots' end. And if Norman hurts Boots, I don't think Boots has anything in his toolbox to recover from it. And I think he'll get knocked the fuck out.
What fucking chin?
What adversity has Boots went through? What adversity has Boots went through?
I never said Boots been through some adversity, but I'm like, where we get that Brian has a granite chin? Where we get that?
I know it's.
I didn't say he had a granite chin, but he's been hit. But he's been hit by powerful punchers before, and it didn't take him out of the game.
Who are those, by the way?
So I have something to go off of on Brian Norman's chin. I'm not saying he has the world's best chin. I'm just saying that I have some evidence to say that he can take a shot.
But who are the strong punchers that he fought?
Cuevas was considered a very strong puncher.
Okay, buddy.
Was he considered a strong puncher though? Was he considered a strong puncher though? I mean, that's the word.
I gotta get it on this.
Shit, Jules is off the line for a moment.
I fuck with you. You so funny.
All right, Leo, you go.
All of a sudden, Brian Norman has Marvin Hagler's chin. What the hell?
Because Cuevas, bro. Cuevas.
Y'all reaching now. Why y'all stretching it? Why y'all reaching?
Watch out. Go ahead, Leo. Leo, go.
Okay, I know, Julius, that you don't like that glazing homophobic shit. That no beauty shit. I know that. And when people were glazing Boots Ennis to...
What are you doing?
I'm listening, bro. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Are you?
Get rid of that Diddy photo, man. What the hell?
No, but this is the thing. When people were glazing Boots Ennis at that time, comparing him with, this is the next Terence Crawford, I understand you got mad because Ennis has never proved nothing, not even close to being the level of Terence Crawford. That's true. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't have the goods. I'm not saying he's going to be like Terence Crawford, but when people are saying some things like Boots gets hit, okay, well, so Terence Crawford, so does Canelo, so does I don't understand what does that mean. So when I see when I see Boots Ennis getting hit one or two times by Sanyones, I don't think nothing about it because everyone gets hit in the ring.
Leo,
now,
te lo voy a decir, and then I'll give it back to you. Lo que yo veo if Bakram hits you with the same punches that Karen caught you with, not even Bakram, different style. If Madrimov hits you the way that Chukadzian was hitting you in the second fight, I have the sneaking suspicion you'll go down. I don't think you handle punches well. Because with a fighter, when they are where Boots is, right? This is why Don makes that joke. This guy got like 30-something fights, bro. And we should know a lot about you that we still don't know. We should know a lot about you by now. And I just got this. I'm not saying Madrimov will beat him. I'm just saying I'm getting the feeling, yo, at 54, you are gonna get found out.
Okay. Look, Julius, I understand that, but do you remember Terrence Crawford when he got hit by fucking Mean Machine?
Yes.
With that straight right hand, and he slipped, quote unquote, slipped. I didn't hear nobody saying that shit about Madrimov. That if Madrimov connects him with the same punch, he's gonna go. Nobody was saying that shit.
No, yo vi gente que estaban diciendo eso, pero their intentions were not good. Ellos nada más lo estaban diciendo because they don't like Crawford and they were mad that Spence beat him, so they were hoping that somebody would beat him. I did see people saying that. I did. Pero tú no puedes comparar eso con Boots because you're talking. By the time Madrimov comes into it, this guy's pound for pound, 3-weight, 3-time lineal, 3-time Ring Magazine, 2-time undisputed champion.
I'm undefeated.
Boots is not those things to make that parallel.
Not even
but
close.
Also,
what
hang on,
I
hang
am
on.
saying,
Also-
Julius, what I am saying, Julius, is it doesn't need to be in the level of Terrence Crawford to hold the punch at fucking super welterweight.
Do
I
you
don't think
believe
that's necessary.
that's well? Then
Yeah.
just skip the fucking foreplay, Leo. Do you
No,
think
no,
he's
I-
gonna do all right at 154?
I told you before, I think he's gonna do all right. I don't know if he's gonna become undisputed, but I don't think that fucking Mortasayev of this guy Sergey, they're gonna punch him one time and it's gonna go down.
Man, Boots
Nah,
and
nah,
that's
Dives.
one time.
Hang on.
Boots and Dives
Hang
is
on. I
the
need to
fight,
say this.
bro.
I need to say this real
That's
quick.
the one.
Leo, like you're acting like we haven't seen guys who we thought was all who everyone's hyping up, all shit, and they take one shot and they become a pussy. Ben Whitaker. We saw it with Ben Whitaker. Like, come on now.
And I've
Nah,
seen
but
guys.
yeah,
This is.
it's
I
not
don't know if
nothing,
this is.
man.
Te lo voy a decir, Leo. I don't know if this is gonna happen, but Sergey Bohachuk is an example of a fight that I would worry about. Boots. Why? See, Boots, you're used to being taller and longer than the other guy. Now, what if you're in there with someone who's taller and longer than you? They don't need to be close to you to touch you. They could touch you with their jab on the way in, and you're trying to move out the way, but what you normally do is not working because the other guy has more ring coverage than you do. He can hit you from the outside coming in, bring backhands over, and now you're in a place where you can't get out of the way of the punches because you're just not fucking used to it. I can see that happening to him. His defense is not all that, bro. If little
really is
dudes
all
is tough,
offense.
if little dudes is hitting you with hooks, I can only imagine what a taller, longer fighter might do with his jab. Like, man, get out of here, you little
Okay.
motherfucker.
Hey, Jules, I just want to say this before I go, y'all. I just want to say this before I go. I appreciate you letting me come on. Listen, Boots is a phenomenal fighter still, even though we don't know some things about him. But I'm going to say a hot take. When it's all said and done, Norman will have a better career than Boots. God bless. Good night.
Oh, God. Give me a
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, man.
Damn,
I don't know.
it's amazing what beating Jin Sasaki does to a career.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. From
Put him on
from
pound
Jin
for
Sas-
pound.
yo,
Fuck
from
it.
Jin Sasaki to the world, bro.
Yeah,
Clearly.
exactly. That's it.
I mean, it was a great knockout. Let's at least give it
Also,
that.
what I
Shit
will
was
say about Boots,
disgusting.
he actually doesn't get credit for this as well. That dude does not stop punching. Like, as soon as the fight starts, he doesn't go longer than 10 seconds without throwing a combination. Like,
I'll give him that. That's why he's fun to
his
watch.
cardio is fucking good. Like, he's in shape. Like, that's
He
what
is-
makes him really so dangerous for real. He
Domo
doesn't stop.
said, y'all mics are in the fourth dimension. They are.
No,
George said, sending Sasaki to hell doesn't change that he ducked Boots.
That is true.
Damn.
That is true.
Yeah, Julius,
Well,
we already did this analysis. For me, it's very clear. If you're gonna have problems with somebody at super welterweight based on what I saw from Boots so far, it's not Mortasayev, it's not Parenchik, Sergey. It's none of those guys. You're gonna have a problem with a guy like Madrimov because
Yeah.
this guy moves.
Yeah.
But if,
Man,
with a guy coming
Xander.
forward with a straight and a jab and a hook, I think he has the tools necessary to adjust and making it a catch-up and shoot fight.
I'm going to ask
That-
you a question, Leo. Your choice. You have to choose. Boots versus Norman next, or Boots versus Madrimov next. What would you rather see?
Boots versus Norman at
That's an
welterweight.
easy ass question.
How? I disagree. I disagree because I'm comfortable with Boots beating Norman. I want to see fights where I don't know what happens. I thought we were all that way. That I'd rather see a fight where I'm not sure I'm not sure who's gonna win.
Yeah. No, he was asking if it was at welterweight or not.
No. It's no. One is at welter and one is at junior middle.
If you ask me, I would rather see, for Boots' sakes, I would rather see the Brian Norman. Not because I think he's gonna win. I do believe he's gonna win, but I would like to get that strap and that name before going to junior middleweight. In my opinion, that will, because he's gonna go there either way. Now he's not gonna get this fight. That's a shame. I hope he does better at super welterweight. Now you are not reigning yourself, but it's the same with Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, he jumped from lightweight to super lightweight, but at super lightweight he got the opportunity to unify all those titles and become a distributor. I hope he gets that opportunity.
He's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get it. Like, I could tell you that now. He's not gonna get it. Crawford hasn't vacated. He hasn't vacated the BA yet. I forgot who's in line for that, right? But we know who's got the BC. We know who's about to have the BO. Not to say that Xander's ducking Boots, but I don't see that fight happening. I don't see Top Rank making that. Zayas versus Boots. I don't think that happens.
I think Bob would bet on Zayas for that fight.
I don't think it happens, bro. I just don't. I don't see it.
You know when Bob randomly bets on his fighters, I think that'd be one of them.
I don't see it. Bro, I don't see unless
Xander's gonna be hard to beat for anybody, man.
I think he's gonna be hard to beat, but it's not even the ducking. It's just that it doesn't feel like a fight that's gonna come together. Like it just don't. I feel like Fundora versus Boots is more of a thing than Boots versus Zayas. I don't see it. It's almost like Xander's in a parallel fucking universe.
Is what do you call it? Is Boots will he be mandatory? No, he'd be mandatory for the IBF if he goes up.
Probably for the IBF.
Yeah, because he does the IBF.
But right now he won't be because Erickson Lubin is number 1 and Josh Kelly is number 3. Lubricant.
Why is Lubricant still at 54?
I don't know. That dude is a waste of time, dog. Like I don't even know what the fuck.
Killing yourself.
The dude literally just fought too. It's like, yo, what are you doing, bro?
Pro Box. They sent him to Pro Box.
I forgot.
Yeah, he's on Pro
existed.
Box.
To be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, he's not gonna fight Murtaza. So what the fuck is he waiting for?
I literally.
I think he's mandatory actually now.
He's supposed to be. That fight he fought in was an IBF eliminator, a final eliminator.
Nasty work. Yeah. Oh, Joannes Celis is in the WBA next.
So he's probably gonna be the BA champion, probably.
That's all right.
The Cuban.
He's Cuban, right? He's Cuban.
He's Cuban. He's not bad though. He's not bad. I saw him. He's not bad.
Cubans, man.
Not bad. But Lubin should just go to fucking to 160. Somebody need to take that belt from Lara, man. That's another why Lara got a belt. Can we do something about this?
It seems like he put that belt on one of his big booty broads and nobody wants to take it.
And le puso una brujería, una santería on that fucking belt, bro. Like, yo, nobody can take that belt from him, bro. It's like a fucking.
Everyone who keeps trying keeps getting knocked the fuck out. Like,
also, boxing needs that Brian Boots fight to happen because, listen, if Boots leaves, they're gonna elevate Roelly. That would make Roelly a 2-division champion. That's fucking disgusting, bro. That's disgusting, bro.
Fucking retard Roelly Romero would be a 2-way champion. Wow.
Talk about the fucking American dream.
The sport has no credibility after that. I'm sorry.
Well, already you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Dude, you would have thought he got supported by now.
Nah, he ended up being right at the end of the day because he was like, I'm gonna surprise all these guys that they grew up that they was racing boxing. They weren't governments, they went to the amateurs. And I just said, I'm a 3-division world champion.
The shit is we gotta acknowledge that Roelly is one of them dudes, that he's so lucky it make you mad. You feel me?
Dude. That
he's
guy's
that guy.
Yeah, dude.
It's like a fly you can't swat away,
Because he's fucking these bitches. He's getting money. He's fucking winning titles. It's like you're
not
like, what
fair,
is,
bro.
he's
It
like
scales
the Rain.
upwards.
He's like Rain
Life
Man.
ain't fair,
He's
my
Rain
friend.
Man.
He's the
Dustin
George,
Hoffman.
he's the
Rain
George
Man.
Costanza
You know
of
what?
Yo, for
boxing,
real,
dude.
You know what it,
he
you know
get
what
knocked
it
Like the
out, he
George
proves?
get knocked out
Costanza,
and get a
man.
title.
God
Like,
damn.
Nah,
No,
fuck
George
that, Jules.
Costanza didn't have George. He's Kramer, is what he's
Nah, he's
Oh,
Kramer.
Gilbert
right.
Grape.
Hey,
He's the Kramer of
what
boxing.
it proves? It proves that America truly is the land of opportunity. Because
yo, I call Rolly
Oh,
Rolly
this proves that
Navaja, yo.
boxing's a fraud
No.
right now.
Mr. Calderon asked Jules, "Are you gonna rank Roly from? You know, if he keeps like, look, man,
Yo, you
I don't make
cannot
the
put him on
rules,
there.
even though I make
Look.
the rules, but I don't make the rules. But I mean, he keep doing his thing and fucking these bitches. Yeah, I might have to put him on the pound for pound, bro.
Nah.
oh my
Come
god.
on now, bro.
Come
You gotta be
on.
unbiased,
If you put him
bro.
on there, your shit has no credibility.
Come
He's in
on,
the
it's
top
Rolly,
11.
bro. Come on, big Rolo,
Yeah.
bro. Come on.
There's
the
a
top
technical
11.
term for a guy like Rolly. Is what is it called? A Down syndrome savant. That's the technical term for Roelly Romero.
He's the accountant. He's the accountant. He's that guy. Like he's got like something going
His
on. and
Down
he's-
syndrome has a certain level of finesse to it, like, you know.
He's
he
like
just gets
Ice
away.
Spice. He's like high functioning. Like he can still do drills
Ice
and he can still hit the
functioning
bag. He
Are
still
you
hit the
saying
bag.
Roelly Romero is the Kaiser Sosa? Bro?
I mean, he hits the bag when he doesn't miss it. That is,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm saying like we gotta acknowledge
Bro,
that, like, you know,
did you
he's
see the
fucking
clip of him
lawyers.
shadow boxing, and he did the shoulder roll, and it was supposed to be a straight punch,
Jules,
but
any
it went
female who would
diagonal, you
acknowledge
know.
boning that dude is a fucking. Oh, man.
Yo lo dije que
That's crazy.
te lo voy a decir. La tipa es linda, tiene culo, tiene teta, una abogada, tiene dinero, tiene toda clase de cosas. Pero el momento que ella me dijo that she let that dude smash, bro, I lost all respect. Like, nah.
Yo, no, I used to want to fight.
Nah, but
Out on the
I
ground,
know who
right?
you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, Mike.
No cap. She didn't look bad. That's Drew's girlfriend. Now Drew's in shambles.
Yo.
no, but dude, I'm gonna say this.
No, y la otra tipa, Michael, la otra tipa que, look, we got beef and all that, pero ella tiene un fucking cuerpo, esa mexicana. I heard she let Roly smash, bro.
Wait. Who is this breezy you're talking about?
La de Twitter, bro. ¿Cómo se llama esa
It's
tipa?
Drew's ex-girlfriend.
Chicana.
Wait,
Chicana.
the one that's always talking about boxing, Jules?
Yeah.
The one that's the big Canelo fucking fan?
No.
not Liza.
Chicana es una tipa. Ella tiene una maldita nalga, esa niña, man. Fucking culo tiene esa
It's a
tipa.
thick
Huh.
titty bitch.
She covers boxing, bro. No, big ass.
Big she has big tits too.
No, she doesn't.
Big ass.
No, she doesn't.
She has the big tits.
Oh, I seen ass. I ain't seen. You know.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
What I'm about to say, you
She's
guys,
thick.
you guys are gonna think that I'm playing, that I'm joking. I'm not joking. These girls, they like those kind of guys. I'm not even kidding. They like the retard.
They like the
guys.
retards?
Yeah, no, I'm not playing. You're laughing. This is absolutely true.
They feel bad for them, that's why.
No, they get horny for this guy. I don't know what it is.
Sé lo que, te lo voy a decir lo que es. Porque ese
sorry, say that
tipo,
again,
ellos lo
Leo, I
pueden
couldn't quite catch
manipular. Ellos lo pueden manipular más fácil. A esos tipos. Ay, Rolo. Ahí una sopa, you give him that shit, go in his wallet. You
Damn.
Go.
So how the fuck is Rolly smarter than Tio?
Bro, the shit is you would think that T.O. is the one that pulled the bitches. No, it's Big Rolo. It's Big
That's
Rolo.
crazy. That's fucking crazy.
My name is
Yo, Jules, lo que pasa
No,
es
no,
que
pero de verdad, if
Rolo
I gotta go to the club,
Rolo
if I
fucked
gotta
them.
go to, shut up. If I gotta go to the club, honestly, I'd rather go with Rolly. Yeah, I'd rather go with Rolly.
Yeah, Tio would scare the hoes.
No, all jokes aside, like, you know, on a real life setting, I'd rather hang out with Rolly. Like, you know, I seen
I
videos of him like.
Be going
No,
to
I
you.
seen videos of him, and all jokes aside, his Spanish is even better than his fucking English. Like he actually
No,
speaks fluent
no, pero
Spanish.
también it's what Michael said. Like, if you hang out with Tio, he's gonna scare the bitches.
He's gonna.
bro.
He's that.
gonna
He's
scare
that
the
dude that does
bitches.
too much in the
It's gonna
group.
be his
Like, yo,
Confucius.
sit your ass
Yeah,
down,
like
bro.
he gonna kill a vibe. Now Ryan, you can rock out with Ryan. Devin, nah, you gotta go. You gotta get out of
Devin's
here.
a
Yeah,
quiet
Devin's
dude. You
gonna
know the
show up with
quiet dude
those
that don't say
fucking
nothing.
boots, bro. He's get the
Yeah,
Yo, I
fuck
just
out of
thought
here.
about
You
that
gotta go
shit.
work out, bro. Go work out, bro. Go to the gym, bro.
He's
Get
gonna
out of
show
here.
up
Your
those
dad
boots
is
asking to
calling you.
kiss a girl's feet. Like,
Bro, your dad calling you, bro. Get out of here, bro. But Roelly, yeah, you hit the club with Big
No,
Rolo,
but
bro.
Roelly, the thing about being a retailer like Roelly, you don't need game. You don't
No.
need. You can go to the club.
Okay,
Three girls.
what?
You can
I'm
say,
sorry.
I need
Which one?
my dick suck.
And
one
they'll
of the
do
girls-
it.
Yeah,
No, one of the girls is gonna say yes.
yeah, of
They'll
course,
do it.
of course, dude.
Yeah.
They will do it.
They
Yeah.
will do
And,
it.
and he's got the weirdest looking face, dude. He's just got the weirdest looking mug.
Bro, his face is offensive. It's disrespectful. That shit is just like
Yo, you
disrespectful.
know, I
he's
think
just a
I
weird
mentioned
looking
this before.
fucking dude, man.
I mentioned this before, but Roland reminds me of the. You remember? I don't know if you guys watched the movie Sin City.
Yeah, I seen Sin City.
You remember that the
orange
yellow
guy.
dude?
The yellow guy.
Yeah,
Well, Don has the most
y'all need to
pirate
stop.
laugh
Y'all
I've
need
ever
to,
seen in
y'all
my life.
need to chill.
He has a pirate laugh. I swear.
Yo, you guys
Wait.
praise Roland and then cheated on
No,
me.
pero te lo voy a decir, la tipa,
Okay,
esa
which
mexicana.
one
Ella
was it,
tiene-
Jules? Was it Julie Polka,
No,
Anna Nahara? Trying to see the names here. Fran
Chicana
Hennessy,
is
Amanda
Chi-
Serrano.
no, es Chicana Boxing, ¿verdad? Ella tiene
Nigga
un
said
canal.
Amanda Serrano.
Ella
You
tiene
fucking crazy?
Oh,
no,
wait,
I'm sorry.
Jules, are you
No,
talking
no,
about the
no.
one that was like with Golden Boy for a minute doing that shit, and then she kind of like fell off?
Well, I don't know if she was with Golden Boy, but I know she still does boxing content. Yo, el rumor era, yeah, she let him fuck, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, de verdad. I'm not making shit up either. That's not some shit I made up. Like I seen, like
Oh,
they're
Drew,
saying.
man, you got Rolly sloppy seconds. That's wild.
So ponlo tú, una
I
abogada
cut
who's
myself.
a
Respect.
lawyer who's literally a fucking millionaire, dog. ¿Verdad? And he got the big booty joint. He let him. And he's fucking these bitches, man. He's doing what
Yeah,
he
he
do.
is, and they be trying to lie about it though. The lawyer Joan tried to play. I'm like, bitch, you're not begging, you're not crashing out over your jewelry because you didn't
No,
let him hit.
verdad. Like she
Oh,
fucking
that's who she was talking about? Bro?
Yes, bro. You don't know that?
My goodness.
Like, be real, Drew. Just be honest. You know when you found out that when you found out, I know you lost respect for that bitch. I know you did, because I did. Like,
Bro, I used to see them
what?
go talk all the time. Y'all stopped talking, Drew. I was heartbroken
Honestly,
for you.
that's what made me not want to throw her the dick. That's what made me not want to throw her the dick.
And she tried to be smooth with the
still
shit.
did, didn't you?
She tried to be smooth with the shit when she told me the shit that, oh yeah, she let him fuck. And I'm like,
You nasty
bro,
bitch.
Bro, don't you? You know what I'm saying?
You
And then
nasty bitch.
and then it's like you this like nah. See, I don't respect.
But
I
it
don't
goes
care.
to
I
the
don't care,
credo. You
though.
don't wife up loudmouth
Okay.
lawyers, bro. You don't wife up loudmouth
You know you
lawyers,
done
bro.
fucked up, right?
No, you guys are hurting. You guys are
But nah, real talk
We
though,
do
I
the-
would not
we do
fuck.
the-
I would not fuck no.
We do the same shit.
No. Hay cierta. No, espera. If you let a certain kind of cat fuck, I'm not fucking. No, I'm not
Absolutely,
under
that's
him.
some Capricorn
you
shit, Leo. You don't know about that.
I'm not under him. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah,
Oh, no,
but
that's a
real
guy
talk though,
thing.
like,
That ain't even Capricorn.
like I
no.
would. There's,
Let me think.
I know better
We do
than a
the
fuck a
same-
bitch from boxing Twitter.
Go ahead, Leo. Go ahead, Leo.
We do the same shit with these ugly pictures. We talking trash about all these pictures so ugly, but we will fuck it.
No, Leo. No, Leo.
Ah, come on, Leo. You don't have any kind of standards? Is that what's going on?
Espera. Esta es la
Habla
cosa,
por
Leo.
ti, Leo.
Espera.
That's my black queen.
The only way it happens, and it's not really gonna be a for real fuck. It's gonna be like it would be like a whatever. I'm not putting no effort for that fucking box. Like you would have to make that shit super duper easy. Like
You gotta
ultra
come to
easy.
me.
Yeah, like and you gotta buy me ice cream.
You know, I'm not putting no effort, Leo. Like, cause Leo. When I was
with sprinkles.
Leo,
Jules
I
is
love
like,
my
buy me
girl.
a supreme pizza, bitch, and then suck
But
my
nah,
dick.
man, I know I got.
Let
I
me
love
get
my
a
girl
bucket
too
of
much,
chicken
fellas.
and I'll do it.
When I was at Canelo Ryder and fucking Guadalajara, some of the boxing Twitter girls were there, and I'm like, I've got to be a fool to fuck a girl from boxing Twitter with they loudmouth asses. Hell no, no, absolutely not. Don't care how fat her ass is.
Whether are you comparing the guys that boxing Twitter with Roelly? That's what you're doing.
Yes.
That's not this. Roelly's a professional. No, we are.
Leo, we have different standards, Leo. I don't mess with women that run their mouth.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Come on, Drew.
I'm not you, Michael.
All women run their
Michael,
mouths, man.
Michael,
All
I'm
women
from the
run their
Bay
mouths,
Area,
man.
bro. Like, nah, man.
All women run
Bitch
their
got to keep her
mouths
mouth
out here,
shut, bro. I don't play that shit.
All women run their mouths out here, bro.
Not the way. There's a certain level of decorum she has to have. If she's running her mouth on social media,
Yeah, Michael,
I
like
don't fuck her.
there's broads who will tell their friends, but they're not blasting it on social media.
No,
Yes.
That's true. I didn't.
I expect to be in a group chat with my girl and her partners. That's a given.
Me, I love me a classy bitch. Can't lie to you. Will
But
she make me work for it? Yeah, but it'll be worth
Yo, is that Chicana boxing broad the one that was married at one point and then got a divorce?
She got divorced.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was.
She's the big,
Yeah, the big titty broad. Yeah,
Her name starts with M.
something like that. Yeah, I don't know her name. I just know the handle. Chicana boxing. Yeah, okay.
That shit's wild, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy that you would let
big
that dude
Rolo.
hit. Like
Once I
how
found
can you?
that shit out, bro,
How
I
could any of
unfollowed
those
so quick.
females legit say that's something to brag about? Like that's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't know.
That would be that would be like a dude. That would be like a dude bragging about fucking Clarissa Shields or something. Straight up.
I saw something funny on Instagram today. A real
I'm trying to
fellas,
find this
a dude
chick,
called
though.
into a show saying he was out with his girl having dinner. This drunk dude was getting mouthy, so he stepped in, tried to calm down. Dude fucked him, broke his nose, and he's like, now it's been a month and my wife has not looked at me the same since. She's just been distant, working late, always gone with the kids. I'm like, yep, it's over, bro. Pack it up.
She won't be able to look at you the same, bro.
Once you get your ass beat in front of your girl,
girl, it changes everything.
And your wife,
no, I mean, Drew, it all depends though. Like, if you get hit, like that poor guy probably fucking got hit, and he got embarrassed. Yeah, your girl's gonna look at you like you're a sucker.
bro, Tom
But if
Brady
you
got
fight,
fucking. Tom Brady's wife saw him lose in jujitsu to the instructor, and she fucked the instructor.
yeah, but Tom Brady's not a fucking world class jujitsu fucking
He's
artist.
Tom fucking Brady, and his wife still fucking cheated on him.
I think
I know, but what I'm saying though is like that's not a comparable situation.
It's a comparable situation when your
Also,
girl
Drew,
gets
Drew,
you get
Tom
dominated by another man.
No, Drew. She saw Tom Brady cheat on her with fucking football. Like, okay, if you want to be a fucking dork and do that stuff.
Oh, now you're being a cuck right now. They were training jujitsu together. The instructor fucking tapped out Tom, and she kept seeing the instructor privately and cheated on him.
I'm thinking she slept with the tennis instructor, not the jiu-jitsu.
It was the jujitsu instructor, Michael.
It was.
Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Y'all laughing at Rolo. Y'all laughing at Rolo. Watch him unify. Yo, fuck around. What if he go undisputed, bro?
Man, that would be fucking ridiculous if that happened.
Mike
he actually
said
could
like
beat
Twitter.
Mario. Hang on. He actually could beat Mario because I saw Barrios knock down Akhmedov 2 times, and everyone still thought he got robbed.
That's a 50-50 fight. Let's think about it.
Luis Puente
Mario
said
sucks.
Mike like Twitter men that kiss and tell everyone. I don't know. What the
Yeah,
fuck
man.
y'all
No,
talking
like
about
you know,
that.
Jules,
I
you
didn't
like
tell
to
everybody
say
I
fuck
fucked
these.
your wife.
You like to say the fuck these can't trust these hoes, Jules. I'm trying to tell them if Tom Brady can get cheated on because his wife saw him lose to the Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor and went and start fucking him, there's no hope. Like you can't get your ass beat in front of your girl.
Oh, I mean, like if you talking about the threshold for these bitches, there ain't one.
Exactly.
It's not. I mean, like, look, right? Check it out. it's probably like 10% of bitches that 10%, let's say, that's out there that they gonna love their man and stand by their man even if he get his ass beat. I done seen white bitches that's kind of like that, right? I have seen very rarely, but they kind of like that. But you got to be real that most of the time and most of the situations that you walk into, bitches ain't got no threshold, bro. Everything is conditional. Everything is conditional, and you have to operate on that assumption, or you're not gonna get anywhere.
And the
Everything
minute
is
one of those
conditional.
conditions gets violated, they're gone.
Yeah, everything is conditional, and that's
Well, yeah,
that's
Jules. I
like,
mean,
Wire.
it's look at that broad, Diana Ross's daughter. That bitch out here telling everybody, "Oh, I don't fuck with nobody my age because they're all toxic
and
and
this
they're all
bitch is
fucking
like,
this and
she
that."
damn near Tracy Ellis Ross is like
Yeah.
60 out here.
Yeah,
Same
and
thing.
she's
You know
bragging
what?
about
You remember
banging dudes half her age.
remember the dark skin joint from House Party Jules? She talking about she had a fucking train for her 60th birthday.
Ew.
That's just
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd have got on that train, but still.
At 60?
That's fucking
At
gnarly,
60 or
dude.
at 20?
That's
Yo.
crazy.
That's
Yo,
gross,
dog,
dude.
when she used to come on the screen, dog, went for that. Oh my goodness. Oh my
Yo,
goodness.
Drew, are you talking about the one that came out in Baby Boy?
No, not
Yeah, that one.
Taraji.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
You talking
shit.
about Taraji Henson?
No,
No, the other
Jody's
one,
mom.
Jules. The
Jody's
one
mom.
that plays Tyrese's mom in the movie.
Jody's mom. She was also in House
Oh,
Party.
no. Yeah, I'd have been. Yeah, I'd have did that. Yeah.
That's
Look at Drew,
crazy.
he's like, yeah, I would've did
Wow.
Yeah, I'd have did that. I'd have did that.
Okay, USA.
Okay.
Okay, USA.
You know what I'm saying? But the shit is like I don't know, like, because I don't want motherfuckers to be led astray. Like, don't get it twisted, Michael. These bitches don't have a threshold.
No.
They don't have a threshold.
And the reason I brought that up,
you
I
think
saw
I don't know
I
that?
saw a dude call into the show.
I don't
today
think you
saying-
know that. I don't think you know that. I don't think you know that. They're like, I don't think you know that.
Who's the
Like,
fight?
you understand it, which, sign of intelligence. But till you see the fucked up shit is what I'm saying. Remember when I told you I was working with a bitch? I was working with a bitch. Her husband is sick at home. He got cancer. Dick don't work. She's fucking everything at work, bro.
Not the ED.
She's fucking.
Ain't no till death do us part.
She was
no in
fucking,
sickness and health right there.
That's what I'm saying. She was fucking everything at work, dog. There was cops coming through. They'll stop by just to get a quick blowjob from this bitch.
Deadass?
It's like, you know what I'm saying? And this is why your husband is at home sick. That's fucked
Use a hoe.
You see some gnarly fucking shit, man.
And I brought this up because I was telling him, I heard a dude call into a show today saying he got knocked out, nose broken in front of his wife defending her, and it's been a month and she's been MIA, working late at her mother's with the kids. I'm like, yeah, it's over, bro.
Because the relationship is symbiotic. Guys don't like to think about that, because it's fucked up for us. But the only ones who love anything unconditionally is us. Well, bitch, you ain't got a job. It's okay. You can still suck my dick. It's okay. You got fired today. We can still fuck. It don't matter. It's all good.
And that's different. If your girl see you getting jumped, that's different.
No, yeah, to some.
That's okay. But
the real shit is, I'm telling you, it's even that. It's no threshold. They want you to fit a certain mold. That's why they got with you. And if you deviate from that, that's why I be telling young mother, you gotta be an asshole, bro. You gotta be the bad guy. Yeah, you gotta be the bad guy. You can be good for God, but for these bitches, you gotta be the bad guy. That's real shit.
Ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to sleep. Hope y'all learned something today.
Have a good night, Jules. Have a good night.
You know what I'm saying?
Be like Roelly.
Be like Roelly, Michael. Be more like
Rollo.
him. Michael. Who need?
What'd you like to be, big Rollo?
Wear a fur coat without a shirt on, Michael.